This figure right here from Oshinoko, this is hands down the best figure Kadokawa has announced in Wonder Festival Winter 2024. Aqua and Ruby together with their dead mother, that is an excellent combination. Hi and welcome back to the channel, I'm Steven and I will be sharing with you guys the highlights from Winter Wonder Festival 2024. Okay, a quick roundup. I have over 1,700 images over here, and assuming I saved an average of 2 pictures, only 2, for each figure, that is still over 800 figures to cover, which is an absurd amount. However, I won't be covering everything. As you can see over here, I have a long list of figure brands to cover, but at the same time, yeah, I'm confident that I'm covering at least 80% of all of the figures announced in this event. So brace yourself for a long video over here, but before that, introducing to you guys Figurama Collectors, right? So this figure brand, licensed resin figure brand, that is what I tend to call such figure brands that makes expensive figures. But at the same time, this is a polystone figure, not resin, right? So what is the difference? Polystone is an even harder material than resin, right? Like rock solid, literally rock solid, right? And they are also way more expensive, but at the same time, the ability of this material to reproduce high level of details, it is like one of the best materials out there. If you want intricate amounts of details, yeah, even better than resin in some way. The new figure that was just announced by Figurama is this 1/6 scale Kenshiro vs Rao from the Feast of the North Star. Yes, this one at 1/6 scale is actually quite large, almost 60 centimeters all the way to the top. I think around 59.4, and the surface area is like 50 plus by 50 plus. Yeah, it is quite a big figure for 1/6 scale. $1,310 US. Pre-orders are opening on 24th of February. Right, on their own website, which I am including the link right up here and also down in the descriptions below. So go and check it out if you are interested. Be quick to put down a pre-order, right, a deposit if you are interested in this figure, because this is limited to only 500 units, right? Okay. So, I mean, at this price, it does sound pricey for a 1/6 scale, but you are getting more than just 2 figures and a very fancy base, a very detailed base, you see. You're getting additional parts to swap out. So yeah, you're getting a lot of extra parts over here, and also a certificate of authenticity. Like, you know, when you buy a $10,000, $20,000 bag from Gucci or Chanel, you get a certificate of authenticity, like this thing is the real thing. Yeah, same thing when you're buying statues like this, because these things are at a whole different level in terms of exclusivity, right? Okay. Now back to this figure. Among the extra parts you were given, yeah, you can display the figure as a bust. You're getting a bust stand if you're interested in doing that. Now I am more interested in the detail part of the figure. I'm always looking for details, right? Even on cheaper scale figures. Now you see all those fine details on the shirt, on the outfit. Yeah, this is the kind of thing where many PVC figures are unable to replicate. And of course, this is not purely a polystone statue. You know, those clear effect parts, they are made of PVC, at least for the effect parts over here. Now, oh wow. You see, the first thing that attracted me here is the gold color parts on the armor over here. I am normally not a big fan of very shiny parts because they are really a nuisance when it comes to photography, you know. They are very reflective when you put on studio lights. But this kind of brushed metal look, like, you know, when a metallic part is slightly worn out due to battle damage, and there is this unevenness or, you know, battle damage effect, scratches and so on. When you do it on metal parts, they look amazing, man. Yeah. This is the kind of look I like on metallic parts, because they are not as shiny compared to those silver chrome materials. Alright, so the base, there is a lot of stuff going on in the base over here. Oh, nunchucks. Yeah, nunchucks is also one of the accessories included with this figure. Oh. Ah, more brushed metal look. I love brushed metal look on figures, man. Whew. Okay, effect parts, yeah. Parts like this, they are made of PVC naturally. Polystone is not transparent or translucent. Wow. This flame effect part over here is beginning to make my Narrow Claudius figure look like a joke. Yeah, not to say that figure is bad, I love that figure a lot. But of course, this is at the next level in terms of detailing right here. And here, this is the full specifications of this figure. Yeah, 500 units, $1,310. And you have to place a $262 deposit, which is 20% of the full price, and also about the price of a 1/7 scale figure by any Japanese brand nowadays, right? And for the remainder amount, there is an option to go for a 12 months installment payment plan if you are into that kind of thing where you are paying $87 plus a month. Yeah, it sounds reasonable, but I have mentioned this in the previous video before. Payment plan for one figure is fine, right? But don't get addicted to this installment thing when you buy figures. Don't do it all the time. It is a very dangerous thing to do. You know, if I did not spend $3,000-4,000 on cameras just because I love figure photography, yeah, perhaps I could even afford something like this. Alright, now we shall move on to figure brands one by one. The first figure brand over here, Alice Glint, right? Relatively small figure company, but they already have stuff released in the market. And please do pardon me if I cannot recognize a big number of the characters over here. Like, who is this? I have no idea, right? This looks like a saber face to me. And then, okay, this one over here, I feel like I'm looking at a classic eroge character. Yeah, like, you know those edgy games from 10 years, 15 years ago? The character design is very reminiscent of that, but I have no idea who that is. You know, anime character designs from the mid-2000s, they have bigger eyes compared to design nowadays. It feels a bit old school when I look at the character design. This looks like sabers to me. Like, it looks like Narrow Claudius in some way. I have no idea who this is at all. Is this from Azur Lane? I remember there is a girl with these two demon horns, Oni horns. I think this is from Azur Lane. And here we have an announcement. Quite surprising to see Alice Glint picking up a figure from Toho, a character from Toho. Of course, I don't remember her name. I am not very familiar with Toho, right? I love the base though, like, no, simple base but doesn't take up too much space, and that is a lot of detail on those roses. I love it when figure brands don't neglect the base, you know. And I believe that is all for Alice Glint. Yeah, they did not announce many figures. Moving on to the next one, Alphamax, right? The first scale figure over here, Azur Lane again, right? Yep, with Azur Lane, and then next one over here, Azur Lane again. You know, I'm seeing this pattern where edgy figure brands, right, they are starting to make Azur Lane figures, maybe because all the edgy stuff they sell regularly, they are not selling that many, you know. These are very niche items, not many people collect them, and most of the people who collect original character figures, they know something about the artist or they like the character design. And what do you do if your business is not doing well? Yeah, you resort to Azur Lane to save your own backside, right? This one over here is already on pre-order. Yeah, I love this one when I saw it. And here, Azur Lane as well. I'm not going to go into full detail on this figure because, yeah, this one is also already on pre-order. So I'm not going to repeat myself right here. And okay, this is a Skytube figure, original character. It is quite a shame that the resolution on these pictures are very small because these are all web-sized images, right? This reminds me of Amakuni's Javelin figure, very similar style, and maybe it is by the same artist, I wouldn't discount that. Moving on to the next figure brand, Alumina, which is somewhat related to Good Smile. They announced only one single figure right here. Hanikami Kanojo Shiroha Kugumi. No idea what that is either. So this is, I mean, this may be just a bikini figure, a swimsuit figure, but it looks amazing, man. This is from Dengeki Hobby, these pictures over here. I mean, the prototype looks amazing. The way they painted the hair, man. This is prototype work. It could be better, right? But I'm not going to judge the figure too much because this is still a prototype. Yeah, only one single figure from Alumina. The next one, Amakuni. Amakuni has a lot of stuff. Oh boy. Let's have a look right here. Okay, this one must be original character, right? I have no idea at this point. Yeah. Almost looks like a little Red Riding Hood in the way. And then next one, we have Tatsumaki from One Punch Man. Okay, this Tatsumaki, I'm happy to see Amakuni make a figure of her because all the while I'm seeing only price figures and lower quality figure brands making a figure of Tatsumaki. The thing is that I think even Amakuni is having a hard time with this figure because her face looks really weird from some other angles. Like from this angle, she looks fine. You turn the figure around, the eyes, yeah, it is starting to look a bit weird, right? This is a problem when you convert 2D art into 3D, I suppose. Of course, at the same time, this is prototype. This is an early model. They have time to fix it. This does not look good from this angle. From this angle, it looks really good, as you can see. I think this is mostly a viewing angle problem and there is nothing Amakuni can do about it. Next one, her other sister, I don't remember her name. Okay, I believe these two figures were shown in the previous event. Now they are already painted, probably not too far off from pre-order, right? Alright, the next one over here. Original character, I guess. This must be original characters. I'm a big fan of Twin Tail Girls, man. Okay, next one over here, we have more original characters. I'm not a big fan of this one. There has been several figures of girls in what appears to be uniform, military or police uniform, but I'm not a big fan of this one. The paintwork on the hair is really nice to see how they do the shading at the very edges of the hair. I love this kind of paintwork. It is something Amakuni does a lot. More original characters. And here we have something from Samurai Spirits. What do we have next? Persona 3. So Amakuni has a history of doing Persona figures, I think. This is merely announcements. We don't have any prototype yet. Aegis is getting a figure as well. Amakuni is a figure brand I look up to really highly. What is this? Original characters, I think. Original characters. I think this is to follow up their Javelin figure that came out last year. Yeah. The next one here, perhaps an original character, but her name is Kei Shirogane. Very nice. I love that name. Alright, and here we have original characters again. And next one, Bomber Girl. Like, you know, her character design is very recognizable. You won't miss it. But what is up with that? With that thing on her chest, that is not even like the character. Oh, anime oppai physics, man. I mean, look at that. It looks so weird to me. Everything else about the figure is so attractive except for that huge lump which looks like cancer to me on her chest. They are just being faithful to the original art. If the original art looks like this, they have to follow it, right? Otherwise, the loyalist of the artwork will be complaining. Okay, the next one here, this is also Bomber Girl. I don't like this one as much. Once again, we have huge lumps of cancer on her chest. Alright, and oh, Abigail Williams from FGO. Yeah. We have some tentacles. And Abigail Williams, is this the Foreigner class or what class is this? I don't remember. You see, even though I'm a huge fan of FGO, I collect of their stuff, I am not familiar with some of their servant versions, you know, like, you know, one single character can have different servant classes, which is already a thing in FGO for a long time. But it doesn't matter what version this is, I love it. I am going to buy one. This is a must-have for me. And figures like this, they are so easy to photograph. Yeah, because they are not too complicated to handle. You know, I was a bit disappointed with my Amakuni Abigail Williams figure. That one is quite expensive nowadays because I happened to be unlucky enough to get a lemon unit, which means one unit that was exceptionally bad in quality control. But I have a very skilled friend who helped me to repaint the figure, all those affected parts. So I was really thankful to him. I still love that Abigail Williams figures so much, even today, right? And I'm happy to see more figures of her coming out. Yeah, I'm gonna buy one. And the next one, Yang Guifei. I'm so happy to see her painted, man. She was introduced last year, unpainted. And this pictures over here, she looks almost finished. Yeah, this looks almost finalized. And I think she will be going on pre-order within 1 month's time. Yeah, that is what I think over here. So far, we only had 2 price figures of her, which are kind of decent, somewhat decent, given how much you are paying for. But to see Amakuni faithfully replicating this Yang Guifei official art into a 1x7 scale figure, man, I'm so happy. Though this one is coming out next year, I think. January release maybe. Anyone here bothers to guess the price? I'm predicting 30,000 yen. Minimum. Yeah. Kind of unfortunate. And should I pre-order it early? That's the thing. FGO staff bargain bins a lot. So pre-ordering it might not be a very good idea. Okay, next one we have Bridget again from Guilty Gear Strive. Like, everyone is making a scale figure of him or her depending on which you prefer to address him as. One thing I've noticed is that Amakuni usually keeps their figures relatively simple. They don't overdo things. Yeah. It is not necessarily a bad approach, because when you overcomplicate a figure, sometimes, it means tougher quality control or something will go wrong, right? Next one, what is the name of this title again? Probably adapted from a VN or manga, but I did watch the anime. I did not finish it. I reached episode 4 or so. The maid I hired is mysterious or something like that. Yeah, something like that. Now, there was already one scale figure of her out there. I think it was by Medicos Entertainment. I can't promise I was right about the figure brand behind it, but I know there is already one other figure of her out there. Of course, Amakuni is going to do a far better job. Like, you look at the paint work around her torso, right? Yeah, the shading. This is something Amakuni is really good at. The sculpting of the body anatomy. Like those rib lines over here, because she is skinny, right? So this kind of torso or body sculpting, that is something Amakuni has a very good track record of. Yeah. Next one over here, okay, this was from the previous events as well. This must be Green Heart from Joujigen Neptune, Hyperdimension Neptune, yeah. Green Heart. And I'm calling her Green Heart simply because that is what the characters go by. I mean, Purple Heart, Black Heart, they go by the color of their these character design. So this has to be Green Heart, right? And one more, Alice from Nikkei. This one turns out to be a complete surprise to me. I have already pre-ordered the one made by Flare. And to see Amakuni pick up a figure from Nikkei, like, wow. This caught me by surprise for sure. Will I get one? Yeah, I would say the likelihood is very high, because I trust Amakuni's quality, man. Very happy to see Alice. And here we have Yui. No, this is... No. What's her name again? Yui is the other short hair girl. Anyways, this is from Oregairu. And apparently this series is popular enough to get so many figure brands to make their figures. This one is probably 18,000, 20,000 yen. I don't know the scale, 1x7 or 1x6. But at least 1x7. And what is this? This is from Overlord, right? Yeah, I renamed the image file as Overlord. This must be from Overlord. What was her name again? I can't remember her name. Yeah, this is from Overlord. And is this their first Overlord figure by Amakuni? I think it is. Quite surprising that they went for this character instead of Albedo. You know, everyone are spamming Albedo figures. And here we have something from Phantasy Star Online 2. Yes, I don't know her name. Right? Very lovely character design. And then here another character from Phantasy Star Online 2 as well. I still like Kotobukiya's Genie a bit more. I think they did announce Genie. There you go, Genie. This must be a swimsuit version, and she looks amazing. In addition to the one made by Kotobukiya, I will totally tell you to get these versions by what they call it, Amakuni. Yeah, I think all three are swimsuit versions, which looks great. Oh, I love Genie the most. Among the three, I think this one looks the best. Maybe because of the colors again, you know, blue and yellow color contrast, color theory. And the fourth one, Fantasy Star Online as well. Yeah, I remember this character. They are announcing all 4 characters in one go over here. And most likely, each figure will go on pre-order every week. The next one over here, this one also caught me by surprise because Amakuni is normally the brand that makes figures of characters from games, right? Not anime. But they went for our heroine in Rent a Girlfriend. This caught me by surprise. Yeah, it is just a swimsuit, but they managed to make the figure look really good. I don't think I'll be buying this one though. Next one from Ozaki. Yeah, I think these are 1x6 scale, right? Her mom is already on pre-order if not mistaken. And lastly, some mecha stuff, we'll just go through them. I don't even know what these things are. I only know Gundam and Transformers really. And that is all for Amakuni. Now moving on to the next brand, Amiami. Azur Lane again. Yeah, everyone is making figures of Azur Lane. This is Blue Archive, right? Yeah, this is from Blue Archive. I am really bad at remembering names, you see. I can't even remember the names of some of my colleagues when I worked with them for years. And here we have Atelier Ryza, Razorline Stout, new figure again. I am already feeling really underwhelmed when I saw this illustration over here because it looks nowhere near as good as existing Ryza figures from other brands. So we'll see. I think it's too early to judge though. And here from Tales of Arise, 1x7 scale figure. And that is all for Amiami, right? Next one, Anigift. They have only one figure. I believe there is a possibility I'm missing out something. But I only have 2 figures over here. Anigift announced a figure from Blue Archive. And also, Destiny Child. I think this one is already on pre-order, right? So Anigift, once again, is a very small figure brand. Not many stuff coming from them. Next one, Aniplex. So yeah, I'm looking forward to the FGO stuff, you'll see. The first one right here, okay, these are already on pre-order, so I'll just go through them really quickly. We have 2B from Nier Automata, looking fabulous. Still one of my favorite 2B figures, the genuine ones of course. One of my favorite ones even today. And we have 9S over here. Normally, I would say only 2 characters, buy both, right? You need them to complete the set, but for me, I would be happy with just 2B. And next one over here, we have a Saberface character. I can't really recognize which Saberface character this is. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to this one. And then here we have, this must be Berserker Morgan, I think. Saberface character. Oh, this is a must-have to me. This is a must-have. I'm liking this so much already. And from a photography standpoint, I already have ideas. This is fabulous. If this is 1x7 scale, I am predicting at least 35,000 yen and up. And I am not underestimating because Moon Cancer Are Cute, which just went on pre-order literally a few days ago, is costing 37,000 yen, right? However, I'm still really looking forward to this figure Morgan. I love it so much. Next one over here, Proto Merlin in swimsuit. Some of my friends told me they are not getting the one by Alter, they are waiting for the summer version by Aniplex. So there you go, we have a prototype over here. Looking fantastic as well. I would not hesitate to buy any FGO figures by Aniplex. I think they are doing a great job. Yeah, this figure of Moon Cancer, literally I just mentioned her 10 seconds ago. Yeah, this one is already pre-order open in Aniplex Plus for 37,000 yen, which is absurd. I am not pre-ordering it early, I'll wait for a bargain bin. And then if you were to ask me, are you sure you want to wait for after release? What if the value goes up? I'm not too worried. I still think the value will bin, but if that does not happen, I'll just go to Taobao and buy it at recommended retail price, right? I'm not too worried about this one. Next one, we have a collab between Pekora and FGO. So Pekora is cosplaying as Marsh Quilites over here. I believe this one will sell really well. As for myself, will I get one? I'm not too sure. I really am not sure, man. I do like the concept over here, but I'm not sure if this will be a priority to me. Quite unfortunate that we have Metal Rod supporting the base, the shields over there though. Yeah. And next one, this is from Tsukihime. This is a bit too plain to my liking. I would go for the one by Good Smile with that huge blade. I love that kind of thing, you know. I'm waiting for the Good Smile version. So I'm skipping this one right here. Yeah, the style that Saberface figure. You see, for being a collector of FGO figures, I don't actually play the game at all. This might sound like a surprise to those of you who are new to this channel, but yeah, I don't play the game. I only collect their figures. Now that I'm seeing the entire figure over here, yes, I am buying one. I'm buying one for sure. Next one, okay, this must be one of the low cost figures. Oh no, this must be Bust Mode, right? Action figures, I'm not too sure at this point. Tanjiro from Kimetsu no Yaiba, Rengoku as well. Oh no, this is not Bust Mode. This is one of their affordable line of figures which they are selling for 5,000 yen plus. They are way smaller. And yeah, the rest of the cast are getting their own figures as well. Yeah, Bust Mode, we have these two brothers getting a Bust Mode figure, action figure. Next one, we have Chisato in wedding dress from Lycoris Recoil. I'm really happy to see this anime series getting all the attention it deserves. Of course, Takina is getting a figure as well. They are meant to be a pair. You know, when anime add, every figure brand ignored this anime series thinking that it is just another seasonal anime. Everyone will forget about it, but this thing exploded in popularity. Season 2 is coming. So they are getting figures, right? And there we go, low cost figure of Chisato and also Takina. They are like 5,000 yen plus each. I believe these two are already on pre-order. Up next, we have a figure of Madoka again. I'm actually amazed by how popular Madoka is that so many years after the anime has aired, they are still getting figures. Next one, we have a low cost figure of Mai Sakurajima. Why low cost? Even though there was a chair and a desk over there, I'm quite certain because I look at the level of detail on the outfit. On the uniform, the paintwork is impeccable, but the detail level is closer to a price figure. So this thing is likely to cost under 6,000 yen. Next one over here, I believe this one is already on pre-order. I don't remember her name as usual, but I remember her as the girl who wants to be kicked in the backside at the playground. Yeah, this one was only around 18,000 yen or so, if I remembered correctly, but it feels really expensive for something this plain and simple. Next one, we have Marin Kitagawa. This is a low-cost figure, unlikely to exceed 6,000 yen. Should be going on pre-order anytime soon. And the face on this one is very different from every other Marin Kitagawa figures. Maybe this is based on the art in the manga, right? Still, it looks really pretty. And I would encourage you guys to get it. Yeah, this is very attractive, even though it is different in its own way. And next one over here, what is this? Oh, another new Marin Kitagawa figure. Now that is an outfit I've never seen before in the anime. Maybe it is from the manga, right? Same thing with my Dress Up Darling. When the anime aired, everyone just ignored the anime, just another seasonal waifu. And then, by now, everyone is rushing out a figure or two of Marin Kitagawa. It is really hilarious, man, to see figure companies like react a bit too late. Okay, here we have Rurouni Kenshin low cost figure, very obvious, and that is all for Aniplex. Yeah. And then next we go for Apex Toys. Okay, the first one over here we have an Alice in Wonderland figure already on pre-order, so I am not going to repeat things again. Next one, this is from Arc Knights, right? Of course, I don't know the name. I know this is from Arc Knights, and this looks amazing. Oh, this is pretty. The one thing I just don't understand about Apex, they chose to make Arc Knights and Azur Lane stuff when there are so many other options in the market. They should be concentrating on Honkai and Genshin Impact, especially when they have a contract with MiHoYo, you know? Next one over here, what is this? This is from Azur Lane, right? Yeah, Azur Lane. The foul name. If not for the foul name, I wouldn't know where this is from. I just don't get Apex Toys, man. They are spamming all these Azur Lane figures when they should be doing something else. Azur Lane as well, but I do like this character design over here. I almost feel like I'm looking at Le Darkness from from Hololive. Looks a bit like Le Darkness over here. And this one, Azur Lane as well. More Azur Lane figures. So does she come with that car over there? Of course not, right? Because I have been looking for 1/8 scale, maybe RC cars for example, and they are very hard to find. I need them for figure photography. Azur Lane here and there. Oh, golf cart. Blue Archive. You know, who is the biggest winner of Wonder Festival Winter 2023? It is Blue Archive, and it is amazing that I predicted this will happen 6 months ago in the previous Wonder Festival 2023 summer. Back then, I said that Blue Archive is the next big thing, right? It did not happen in Mega Hobby Expo 3 months later, but Blue Archive is the biggest winner of OneFest 2024 Winter. A lot of new figures being announced, like they are trading blows with Azur Lane itself, man. A lot, right? And Apex Toys jumping into Blue Archive, that is a statement itself. This is their first figure from this game. I am not as serious about Blue Archive compared to FGO. I will buy a few of the figures, but I won't buy as many as I did with FGO. The next one here, this is from Guilty Gear Strive. I'm actually surprised they're going for this pose, man. This pose is so famous and common in third-party market. Like, every popular anime and game character, the third parties will do a figure of that character in this pose. But to see a licensed figure brand going for this is unexpected to me. Yeah. Next one, we have Fushin from Honkai Star Rail. And this remains the only Honkai Star Rail genuine figure available so far, which is kind of unfortunate, right? Already on pre-order for around 22,700 yen or so. Next one, okay, this is the only other Honkai Star Rail new product announced. I have no idea what this thing is, but it looks like meme material to me, you know? So maybe pick one up. Next one here from, this is Keda, right? Keda from League of Legends. But this version of Keda, I mean, I'm not even sure if I pronounced her name correctly. I'm just calling her Keda, okay? I don't like this one that much. Next one, this is from Max Respect V or 5. Must be a game again. To me, this is just another version of Hatsune Miku, man. Max Respect 5. This is Miku, until they paint it in a color that is not turquoise or blue color for the hair. And here we have a figure of Hatsune Miku, Snow Miku, right? Not a fan of it. I feel I'm looking at the price figure in terms of the detail level over here. And this is from Reverse 1999. Photo frame style figure, which is quite unique itself. Reverse 1999 again. Oh, that is very photogenic. If they base the figure on this pose, this artwork over here, this is very photogenic. Reverse 1999. I have no idea what this game is about, but the character designs are all really classy looking. Okay, next one here, Ice Snow. Must be another game again that I know nothing about because I'm not that much of a gamer over here. What playground? Gridman Universe. To say Apex Toys is just jumping into anything that is popular. Blue Archive and then now Gridman Universe as well. Because the Japanese people, they are really queuing up for all these thick ties. Shinjo Akane and Takarada Rika. Right? Yeah, there you go. And this one, I have no idea where this character is from. Oh. I love the pose though. Once again, very photogenic. That is all I'm looking for as a figure photographer. That is all for Apex Toys. Astrum Design, I think there are only 2 figures over here. This is a new product, original character. Of course, Astrum Design, they do only original characters. I'm not a big fan of this character design over here though. And the next one, this is already on pre-order. Yeah, not too expensive. I think it was like 850 Chinese yuan or so. Under 20,000 Japanese yen. Though the character design is on the plain side. Next one, we have a new figure brand which is called Bastetoys. And they only announced one single figure, this one, which already went on pre-order for around 18,000 yen or so, 17k, 18k. And this thing is releasing next year in March or April, which is absurd. It is ridiculous. They announced one figure and they are taking more than 1 year to release it. Right? A simple JK figure, man. Next figure brand, Belfine, and we are starting things off with a very nice Kani over there. Well, Kani means crab meat in Japanese, so If you love Kani, yeah, pick up this one. I like the sculpt on this figure a lot, man. This looks nice. And next one, yeah, illustration by, I can't read Japanese, it is an original art. Next one over here, this is also original art characters. I used to criticize them a lot, but the paintwork on these two figures, even though they are just, prototypes, they look amazing. I like this one a lot more. Maybe because the face reminds me of Bomber Girl. I love Bomber Girl's faces in general. And here we have Yun Yun from Konosuba. Yun Yun is quite a bit underappreciated by figure brands. Nice to see her getting more figures. Next one here, this is also an original art. I believe this one is already on pre-order and this is really pretty. This went on pre-order like a month ago. Next one, this is a surprise to me. Mato Seihei no Slave, that is what I call it. I refuse to call this anime Chained Soldier, even though it is a lot easier to pronounce it. Because, I'm not a big fan of localizations, full stop. And I'm not going to go into a long rant on why so, right? Okay, Mato Seihei no Slave. This character is more of a supporting character or insert character which only appeared by episode 5. So I have no idea why a supporting character is getting more attention from figure brands. Two figure brands announced a figure of her first instead of the main characters, right? Maybe because she has a very likable personality. I do like her character quite a bit by now after watching the latest episode. And next one over here, this must be original art character. See, everyone is going for Lycoris Recoil now. Chisato and Takina. Wow! I believe that these figure brands are aiming for Season 2. Like, by the time Season 2 anime is out, they must be on pre-order at the bare minimum. Yeah. And what do we have over here? This is from Ayakashi Triangle. Yeah. I don't know her name though. Ayakashi Triangle. And yeah, Suzu Kanade is already on pre-order. The next one here, okay, from Classroom of Elite Season 3. I believe her name is Arisu Sakayanagi. Yeah, Sakayanagi. She is playing an important role in Season 3. And Season 3 is kind of a train wreck to me, just like Season 2. It feels really rushed. Yeah. Quite the schemer herself from A class. And I believe this is the first figure of her. Kadokawa has been making a number of figures from this series, but Sakayanagi not yet, right? I think this is the first figure of her. There we go, Arisu Sakayanagi. Okay, by Bell Fine, 1/7 scale. Moving on to the next brand, Bibi Buttons, a new figure brand. And they announced this one single new figure over here, right? Bikini and jacket. This is very common nowadays. Next one, this girl over here is already on pre-order. I believe it was under 20,000 yen as well, more like 17k. I covered it in last week's Figure News Fix, so I'm not going to go into detail, but my initial impressions on the actual product over here, yeah, she looks amazing. I love it. Do not hire her to take care of your blood bank. Next figure brand, Brilliant Journey. Only one single figure. Obviously, this is from Azur Lane. I can recognize her already. Right? Yeah, this one single figure. I'm not impressed, to be honest. Not because the figure is bad. The shading on the stockings are amazing, you see. Light and dark grey all over. The paintwork is really good. Just that I've seen way too many figures of this character already. So, yeah. As if I have the rights to complain when I buy so many Saber figures. The next one, Broccoli, only one single figure, and this one is also already on pre-order from Hyper Dimension Neptune. Looks fine, and this is also one of the below average figure brands out there. Their stuff are just okay, not very detailed. I think you guys can see that in this figure itself, right? But Broccoli is normally not a figure brand. They make a lot of other kinds of merchandise. Figures are more like a hobby to them. Yeah, a side project of some kind. Next, figure brand CA Works, which is Kadokawa and Jara Ani. Okay, only one single figure as well, Konjiki no Yami from To Love Ru in wedding dress. This is something Max Factory should have made with their the lingerie bride series, but they did not, which is really a shame. Yep, this is going to sell really well. Yami is second only to Momo in popularity in the To Love Ru universe. Moving on to the next figure brand, Claynel. Right, Claynel is somewhat related to Kadokawa, and they announced one single Azur Lane figure over here. Is this wedding dress again? I'm not too sure. At the same time, it doesn't feel like wedding dress to me at all. 3 metal rods, that is rough. 3 or 4 of them over there. Ah, lolly character. As you can see, everyone's making Azur Lane. Okay, next one over here, what do we have? Original character, right? It does look that way to me, original character. Moving up to the next one, we have Kurumi from Lycoris Recoil. I still remember her name, Kurumi. Okay, this is completely unexpected. So far, everyone made Chisato and Takina only when it comes to Lycoris Recoil because they are the heroines. And Kurumi, yeah, initially she was just a target for an assassination attempt because she is some super hacker, you know. And then she joined the main cast, and she has been really helpful ever since, even going around trolling people. I love her antics. And also, in the final few episodes, she was quite the MVP in saving the main characters. So to me, she is a very likable character, and I'm surprised that until this point, no one else has bothered to make a figure of her. I think she deserves more justice. Yeah. Let's hope this one won't be too expensive. I'm seeing this maybe 20 to 25,000 yen, but I like this a lot. Okay, moving on to the next one. There we go, Chisato. This is the Hawaii version. In the final episodes, it was like after she went through a major battle, she kind of semi-retired in Hawaii, or rather taking a long break over there, and this was the dress she was wearing, yeah, in the final episodes. So far, no one else has made Chisato in this outfit yet, I think. And the next one, of course, Takina. These two are always together, right? Doesn't look like they're too far off from pre-ordering open. Not much shading, isn't it? I see a bit of it on the skirt, around the dress, around the waist over here. But everywhere else, well, not too bad. I would say the paintwork is not too bad looking. Next one, okay, this Roxy Migadia, right? From Mushoku Tensei. Even if this was unpainted, I could recognize her really well. We call her the Lolly Baba, just like Freyja. And of course, Sylphie. So these two are a set. Very interesting indeed. This is the adult version, right? I think later on in the series where everyone has grown up, because this certainly looks a lot more matured than the Sylphie I've seen so far in the anime. Yeah. And here we have Razorlin Stout, Ryza. We need to inspect the thighs, so say. Well, this one looks fine. I've seen better. This looks fine. Alright. Moving on to the next one, we have something from Uma Musume. Is this Kita-san Black? I'm not very familiar with Uma Musume characters, but I think this is Kita-san Black. Maybe. I can see a lot of details on the outfit. We'll see what the painted sample is like later on. And that is all for Claynel. And moving on to Daiki Kougyou. Okay, with Daiki, they actually make a lot of, cultured anime figure characters, which I'm not covering all of them. So the ones I'm covering over here are the somewhat safe ones to be placed on YouTube, right? Okay, of course, they are all original art characters. Daiki Kougyou has been relatively inconsistent in some ways. Some of the figures look fine, the others not so much, you know. This almost looks like a Tony Taka art character, but let me see a second. No, I don't think so. There is some resemblance, but not exactly the same, because Tony Art has this elf character as well. The next one over here, yeah, this is Tony Art's character already on pre-order, so I'm not going to repeat things again. Why are you bringing a sword to a cheerleading event, to a sports event? The next one, Design Coco, they actually did not announce many figures either. This one is from one of the Atelier series. I've covered it in Figure News Fix as well. But this painted sample, I'm actually quite attracted by the painting on this figure. Like the baby blue color on her dress. I love that color over there. Next one, we have Fern and Freyja. Okay, these two are already on pre-order, quite expensive. If I remember, a set for over 40,000 yen. But at the same time, this is the best set of fun and fluent figures so far, right? I think Good Smile and a couple of other brands also announced new scale figures in this event from this anime. But you can't beat this set by Design Coco. This is the best one so far, hands down, right? Even Good Smile's version is a lot more inferior. Not to say it is a bad figure, but not as complete as this set over here by Design Coco. The next one, we have a new Miku figure from Design Coco. This one is actually already on pre-order, at least in Amiami. She failed to make it into my Figure News Fix last week simply because, yeah, she went on pre-order on a Saturday. I did not manage to cover it. Well, we'll see her again in this weekend's Figure News. Next one, this one is also already on pre-order on Monday. Yeah, Monday, right? For 45,000 yen. Though I am not a fan of this Miku at all because this looks so cluttered and messy. Like, it is just so painful to look at this Miku figure with my own eyes. I have always been a fan of colors, vibrant colors, but this is way too much, man. This is painful to look at. Yeah, besides Blue Archive, we are seeing a lot of new Miku stuff in this event as well. Next one, this Asuna wedding dress, so-called wedding dress, which already went on pre-order a week ago. Some of you told me it doesn't look like a wedding dress at all. I do agree. To me, it feels like she is wearing a curtain, you know? Yeah, the curtain. Alright. Yeah, nothing special at all. This is not the kind of Asuna figure you should be buying. There are so many other better versions of her. And that is all for Design Coco. The next figure brand, DMM Factory. This one, right? It is the first time I'm seeing this name, DMM Factory. Yet, they have the resources, the manpower and everything else, the budget, to spam so many new figures in this Wonder Festival when none of their figures has been released in the market yet. Like, this is literally the first time I've seen this name. Yet, they are able to produce so many things, you see. So, I am suspecting it is a branch of an existing figure brand. Or even this brand already exists as some other name and they has changed their name. Like at one point, Gridman Enterprises changed their name to Grand Toys, right? Before going bankrupt, by the way. And then Orchid Seed, they have changed their name to Tuberosa Plus and so on. Plum is known as P.M.Office A nowadays. So I'm actually suspecting DMM Factory is a renamed brand. Yeah, not something new. Of course, I don't have any evidence. I'm just speculating over here. The first one here is this original character or something else because I feel like I've seen this character a few times today. Maybe it is from Azur Lane, maybe. If I don't know something, I suspect Azur Lane first. Next one over here, okay, oh. Original art character too, I think. Not really. I can't read Japanese, more Maho something, right? Okay, anyways, we move on to the next one. Yeah, it looks somewhat familiar. All these characters, I'm not too sure. Okay, here we have an albedo in her armor, in combat outfit with a huge axe. Now, this is something new. You see, so many figure brands have made an albedo figure so far, and I have yet to come across one where she is in her armor, right? For third parties, I think I've seen one or two. For genuine figures, not yet. And this one looks really promising. I hope DMM Factory does not mess this one up. I'm liking this a lot already, man. In fact, at first glance, I could have passed this off as a FGO character. I am really into character designs like this. Women, huge weapons, armor, and so on. Yeah. Next one here, I have Raftalia, right? Is this original character or Raftalia? Looks more like original character, I'm not too sure anymore. Ah, wow. Urza Scarlet from Fairy Tail. There are many figures of her out there, but this one is definitely one of the more interesting ones indeed. I like this a lot. And all those flying blades reminds me of, what was this name again? There was this character in Recreators, the main antagonist with a very similar ability over here. This reminds me of her. Ah, very nice. I like this one. I would even go as far to say this is one of my favorite Urza Scarlet figures already. Yeah, that is not yet factoring what the QC is like after release, right? I'm already liking this a lot despite all the effect parts, which normally I'm not a big fan of. Next one, we have Ruby from Oshinoko, very recognizable. Yeah, Oshinoko is getting a lot of figures too in this one fest. Kana Arima, casual outfit, very photogenic. And up next, Memcho, of course. That 25-year-old Baba who lied about being 17 years old, at least in season 1. Yeah, 25 years old is old for idols apparently. That is absurd, that is ridiculous for sure. But lying about 7 or 8 years old, if you were to ask me, is that even realistic? At least in Asia, yes, it is totally doable, right? I tried visiting a casino, right? And I was being stopped by the security guards because in my country, you need to be 21 years old and above to enter a casino. I was like, do I look like under 21 years old to you? And then the security said, well, we can't be sure by your looks alone, so we wanted to see your identification card just to be sure. When in fact, I am in my 30s. Yeah, I'm almost approaching my mid-30s already. But I'm still being mistaken as a college student all the time. Yeah. Okay. The next one, okay, I give up on this one. I have no idea who this is. Very pretty figure though. If you were to tell me this is Azur Lane again, I wouldn't be surprised. Either doesn't look like something from Idolmaster, like too mature looking to be an IMAS character. Okay, the next one over here, Illustrator Collection figure. Down here, see? Original art character. Okay. Wow. Have you ever imagined how it is like to maintain hair like that in real life? Maid outfit. Man. Very pretty figure. Next one over here. Yeah. Original characters again, for sure. Very plain maid outfit. At least maid figures are not as common as Barney figures nowadays. More original characters. Oh, I like this one. I told you guys many times, I am a fan of body turn around poses. This one appeals to me so much. And that bareback over there, they really know what is important to us guys. Next one over here, original character too, I suppose. This one feels a bit generic in comparison. And more. Oh, this is pretty. Yeah, I know this is a maid outfit only, but this is very pretty. Oh, they are doing a series of maid figures, I see. Wow. Man, they're spamming so many maid figures, and here we have some... And this is the last figure. Bunnies, alright. I don't think anything attracted my attention so far other than that armored albedo figure earlier. Moving on to the next brand, Elegant. Nothing new over here, I'll just go through them quickly. All of these are stuff that has already went on pre-order. St. Louis from Azur Lane, and then this is something new. Alright. My bad. There is something new over here. I remember they did not announce much stuff from Azur Lane as well. And yeah, this Blue Archive figure already on pre-order too. And finally, we have a new Super Sonico figure. Very interesting. Right. Up next, Flare. Flare is actually Alter, like a smaller branch of Diaz. Alter normally does not participate in Wonder Festival. They will appear in Mega Hobby Expo twice a year, but not one fest. Okay, Flare, we don't have many figures either. This is from Rosen Maiden, if I'm not mistaken. Though this couple over here, are they brothers and sisters? But I think Kasugano Sora and her brother is a lovelier couple. Literally lovelier. Very nice figure. I mean, look at the paintwork, the shading. Man, this is amazing. I still stand by my comments that Kasugano Sora and her brother are a better couple. And here, Tamamo. Is this Tamamo cat or the lolly version? I'm not too sure. Tamamo Aria, I want a figure of that, you know, the one where she kept spinning and spinning and then she was already KO even before fighting Musashi. I want a figure of Tamamo Aria. This doesn't look like Tamamo Aria to me. This is probably Tamamo cat. And somehow, they are also making a figure of Scarhawk Assassin version, I think. This is the Assassin class Scarhawk. I think Plum has already made a figure of this version, right? And they are making the same exact thing again. I'm actually excited because I would buy Alter over Plum any day. Yeah, this figure already exists. A very similar scenario to what do you call that? Lambda. Very similar scenario to Lambda, where both Alter and Phat Company are making the same exact character, same exact design as well. Yeah. And that is all for Flare. Next figure brand, Freyja. Yeah, prepare yourselves for more Azur Lane stuff, right? So as we can see from this one fest, Freyja is slowly cutting down on the number of bunny figures, which is very welcome. They are doing swimsuit versions of Azur Lane characters. There you go. Very nice. I actually prefer them to stop doing so many bunny figures. Yeah, here we have one, but this is also an Azur Lane character. And then more Azur Lane stuff, right? Wow, this is a very attractive pose. I'm sure this is going to sell really well, man. Alright, and here Azur Lane again. Would you bother to predict how much this one will cost? I would say 45 to 55,000 yen. Those effect parts, you know, they're going to charge you at least 7,000-8,000 yen for it. And yeah, that is all for Freyja. Not many figures, fortunately, not too many, and only one single bunny figure, though that is also not a traditional bunny suit figure. Next figure brand, Freyja. Right, Freyja, a relatively new brand as well. They only announced one single figure. Must be an original art character as well. Nothing special, isn't it? Like, yeah, this is a nice figure, but at the same time, that is about it. Nothing much else. The next figure brand, Golden Head Plus. Okay, Golden Head Plus has like 3 or 4 new figures over here. Oh, I love this one. Is this Blue Archive? I don't think so, right? This must be Blue Archive. Because of that thing floating on the head. Whenever I see that, I'm guessing it has to be Blue Archive, but at the same time, that is very different from the rest. I'm not too sure. This does really look like Blue Archive character to me. I mean, Blue Archive has a lot of lolly characters, if you know what I mean. And the design language really is really similar in a way. Cheerleader version. And that bag over there, I like it a lot, but I have no idea what is hiding inside a firearm or actually golf clubs inside there. Alright, next one over here. Is it original character again? I'm not too sure. Colors are on the bland side for my liking. And next one, wow. Wow, this is very nice. I would love to see this painted, man. Like, I mean, the way the figure is being set up, this is very attractive. It does feel like an original character art to me. I love this. And is this Kinako-chan, right? Yeah, there is this character called Kinako-chan. I think that is her. Yep. There has been 2 or 3 figures of her out there already by now. And Blue Archive. Okay, I think I'm quite certain just now that golf club bag holding character, that cheerleader girl, must be a Blue Archive character. And here we have Azur Lane announced. And that is all for this brand. Moving on to the next figure brand, Gong. Nothing new. Gong just displayed 2 different figures from Kobayashi Made Dragon. This one over here and also her. Yeah. I have no idea why would you spend money on renting a space in an anime event just to display stuff that are already on pre-order and you have nothing new to show for it. Doesn't seem like a very wise way to spend your company budget. Moving up to the next one, finally Good Smile Company. So we have quite a number of nice figures to go through. First one, we have Hina from Blue Archive. This is swimsuit version. Sukumizu, school swimsuit. Yeah, Blue Archive is making quite a reputation for itself for being a heaven for those who love lollies. Like characters like this. And the next one, this is Ichika from Blue Archive. And then what else do we have over here? Mika from Blue Archive as well. This doesn't look like a Blue Archive character to me. Feels like an idol character. And then we have Miyako from Blue Archive as well. Swimsuit, right? Yeah, does look like swimsuit to me. And then here we have Miyu, swimsuit version 2. I think Good Smile has a couple of Blue Archive figures already on pre-order at the moment, and they are quite cheap, like 12,000-13,000 yen. So I'm expecting every single one of these to not cost too much, which is great news really. We need more cheap figures. Yuka from Blue Archive. This is also announced in the previous event, now finally painted. I like this one quite a bit too. And then this is from Bochi the Rock, Nijika Ichi, right? Racing Miku version 2023. I just called her Rizalin Stout cosplaying as Miku, and I'm still saying the same thing. Like, you look at that smiling face over there, man. That is totally Raiza's face. And once again, this is one of my favorite Racing Miku designs in recent years. Yeah, I mentioned this last week as well. This one over here is also relatively photogenic, if I have to be honest. I am mildly interested in this version of Miku, just because she looks a bit like Raiza. And here we have Sakura Miku Hinami outfit version. Oh, this is also really photogenic, man. There are so many new Miku figures. And up next, we have Yang Guifei for event attire version. So basically, casual version. Yes, I'm buying one. I am buying one. Nice to see Yang Guifei getting figures now. And then up next, we have, oh yes, Melusine. Ruler Melusine. Okay, I was so disappointed that Phat Company get to make Lancer Melusine. Yeah, the huge mecha backpack thing. I'll buy one. But I really wish that a better figure company got the contract, got the license on that Melusine figure. I'm gonna buy everything, man. Amakuni's Melusine, I will buy it. Phat Company's, yes. This one, also a yes. Yeah, I'm waiting for this one. Next one, we have Freyja from So no Freyja. As you can see, I think this figure of Freyja, not that there is anything wrong with it. This is perfect for diorama figure photographers like me. I want to photograph this figure at least. But it does appear underwhelming compared to what Design Coco has done, right? But between the Design Coco version and Good Smile version, if you were to ask me, both comes at the same price, which one I would prefer to purchase, I would lean towards the Good Smile version because of the diorama base. Yeah, it is a lot easier for me to do figure photography, you know. Next one over here, we have Rika Takarada from Gridman Universe. And this is an actual swing, you know, with steel chains. Very interesting indeed. Next one, Haneame again, a very famous cosplayer, by the way. I am not a simp. I don't simp cosplayers or VTubers, so I really don't get the part where about buying figures of existing cosplayers. I can't relate to that. Alright, and next one we have Satoru Gojo from Jujutsu Kaisen High School version. This is by Good Smile. Good Smile is making a male character, or is this by Orange Rouge? Orange Rouge is the a branch of Good Smile which they focus on male characters. I put this under my Good Smile folder. I don't think this is Orange Rouge. If it was, I would have placed it in a different folder. I'm not too sure anymore. Could be Orange Rouge and my own mistake, you know. Okay, and next one over here, we have Saika Kurosaki from King's Proposal. This one is among the most impressive Good Smile figures so far. Yeah. And then here we have, okay, Akane from Oshinoko. Again, this is date style. I hope they do it in 1/6 scale, because they did 1/6 scale for the Quintessential Quintuplet Sisters, and those figures were also called date style. So I hope they continue with the consistency and do it at 1/6 scale. That would be amazing. Kana, of course, Kana Arima. Which girl is your favorite? I think I like Kana the most in the series. And of course, Ruby. Dating your own sister. Yeah. Kasugano Sora is still the legendary sister to me. Next one, we have Yui's ceremonial outfit from Princess Connect Redive. Each time I mention Princess Connect in an anime figure coverage, I was being reminded that I need to watch the anime. I have not even started a single episode, man. Next one, Mao Mao. Okay, I have no idea what is up with her popularity. This is a seasonal anime. I think currently there are about 18 episodes, which I have not started watching even a single episode yet. And given that she is getting so many skill figures, not just prize figures or pop-up rate, you know. It is making me really curious, like, what is this anime about? I need to give it a try. Next one, we have Mio from Xenoblade Chronicles 3. I thought there was already a figure of her on pre-order, right? Yeah, naturally it sold out very quickly. This is more like a casual outfit. And this is the last picture over here, but no, we are not yet done with Good Smile. You see, the biggest problem with Good Smile Company, in their own One Hobby Gallery website, which is where these past few pictures were taken from, they only upload pictures of new announcements. Like, if a figure was announced in the previous One Fest and by now they only painted it, it is considered as not a new figure, they don't upload it. So it was really a mess when I did coverage on this One Fest. Like, the pictures are all over the place. It was really difficult to do a coverage, right? So I have picked up some pictures over here, additional pictures from Dengeki Hobby. Here again, Blue Archive Yuka, the actual figure itself, right? And then here, anything new? Alright, so here we have, what was her name again, this elf? Anyways, she is from Delicious in Dungeon. I'm not up to date to the latest episode, but I've watched like 3 episodes already. I love it. And she is getting a scale figure over here. Of course, if you can't afford this one, which I predict would cost over between 20 to 25k, then you can buy the pop-up rate, right? I wish that the pop-up rate is an L size though. Yeah. Typical Good Smile paintwork. You see all the gradient blue color on the scarf and everywhere else. I love paintwork like this. In the anime, the painting, the way the color, right? The anime is not this detailed. They made the figure extra detailed. This is what I want to see from anime figure brands. The next one here, Harmonia Bloom, something from FGO. I'm not familiar with these servants over here. If I'm not mistaken, Harmonia Bloom is a series of figures where they put real fabric cloth on the outfit. If I'm not mistaken. So I am not interested at all. Next one over here, yeah, these are series of Ruby figures, right? They were announced in the previous event. Now they are finally painted and they look fabulous, man. And the best part is that all these 5 characters, 4 or 5, they are 1/6 scale. Yeah, they are looking really good. I think these are the best Ruby figures at the moment. And that base over there, man, I love the base so much. I would literally buy the bootlegs just to get the base and I would throw away the figure, man. Or use the figure as practice for painting my own figures. I don't collect Ruby stuff, but I think this is the best set you could have if you are a collector of this series. And of course, we have Makise Kurisu already on pre-order. This wedding dress version, very cheap, 19,000 yen. Looking good over there. And here we have Uma Musume stuff. Is this Kita-san Black again? I'm not too sure. No, this is not Kita-san Black. My bad. What was her name again? Anyways, not important. As long I know the origin of the character, yeah, I'll be able to find it. Hold on a second. Is this by Good Smile? No, I think this is by Max Factory, right? I might have placed this figure in the wrong folder. I think this is by Max Factory, not Good Smile. Wrong folder. Never mind. Coverage is coverage, you know. And that is all for Good Smile Company. Now, Good Smile Arts Shanghai. This is a very pleasant surprise. Kuroko and Misaka. Like, why? Why suddenly a pair of figures from Toaru Kagaku no Railgun? Are we getting a new series? Please let that be true. I want more. I want more of that Railgun series, man. I love it. Right, here we have Cheshire, right? Cheshire Dating Summer. Azur Lane? Okay. Here... Who is this? Oh, Kei Karuizawa from Classroom of the Elite. God, the images are so small, man. These were the best images I could acquire on Sunday, actually. Anis from Nikkei. This is exciting. I mean, we had 1/4 scale by freeing, right? And then this one coming in 1/7. Assuming it is 1/7. This looks great. I might pick one up. We'll see. And then up next we have Guren from Goddess of Victory Nikkei as well. God, I can't even zoom in the image. You know why? Because this is not JPG. This is a WebP image. And I hate WebP so much, man. Nikkei again, Rapi. They call this classic vacation version. This is more like just swimsuit version, right? Rapi. Figures like this, I don't think they are likely to cost too much because swimsuit figures, they are relatively simple figures. Next one, this one, I did not expect this as well. Senjo Gahara Hitagi from Monogatari. After all these years, we get a new figure of her. And this is Wei Wuxian and Li Wangji, is it? From the Master of Diabolism. I think it is an ongoing anime. Yeah, Chinese anime. There are already like a couple of figures of these characters out there, and hold on, we have more over here. Okay, okay. This is already on pre-order. This Azur Lane figure, Shinano, right? Her name? I think it's Shinano. Already on pre-order. I would highly encourage you guys to get it. And also this Albedo figure, I think it was around 21 or 22,000 yen. Also a good buy. Now that we get to see the actual figure and the actual paintwork, you'll see the shading work on the wings over there. Yeah, this is very similar to what we saw in the product pictures. I hope they maintain this in the final products. This is a good buy. One of the cheapest albedo figures out there. The next figure brand, they had only one single scale figure over here. The name is Hatsam. Never heard of it. A new brand, I assume. Could even be a Chinese brand, right? I have no idea at this point. I need to do my homework. I'm really liking the paintwork over here. You look at the gradient paintwork on the hair. Even the shirt, the outfit, there is a bit of it. Yeah, the skirt and everything around her outfit, the sleeves as well. I'm seeing shading. This is very nice paintwork. Must be original character again. Next, figure brand Hobby Max. They have two figures. Both are from your line in April. So this is Miyazono Kaori. Yeah. Very different from what we saw in anime. This must be based on the manga or the novel cover, whatever that is. Very photogenic despite the simplicity. I would love to photograph it. And perhaps the next one, this is possibly the first figure of Arima Kosei I've ever seen. I don't think anyone else has bothered making a scale figure of him. So this is the one bit which I did not quite expect. But at the same time, I think it makes a lot of sense. Like, these two are meant to be a pair, right? Next, figure brand Hobby Sakura, or HSK, they are normally known as. So they make mostly original characters, their own original characters. Here we have something that looks like a cheerleader. And yeah, this Miku-like character, which I have forgotten her name, covered her last week. She is already on pre-order, but at least we get to see what the actual figure looks like. And man, the paintwork is outstanding. Yeah, everywhere else, nothing special, but the hair, the paintwork on the hair really caught my attention right here. The next one, wow, I'm sorry I have to cover it because YouTube does not like it. Yeah, this is a bit much. The next one, this is only an artwork, but it is interesting that they are doing 1/6 scale for this. I don't think HSK has any figures at 1/6 yet. The next figure brand, Hobby Stock, right? I'm not too sure what this character is. It almost looks like something from Senran Kagura. Maybe at 1/4 scale. I think this is from Senran Kagura. Yeah. And then, it is looking at the most important parts over there. Next one over here, this is definitely Senran Kagura. 1/4 scale, right? Yeah. Yep, this figure over here, I think the white color version is already out. And this one goes for 25,000 yen or so at 1/4 scale. I do highly recommend it if you like the figure. Now they are doing a black color version. And next we have a figure of Miku over here, but I am not really a big fan of this version. Yeah, this design over here, the face. No, there is nothing wrong with it, just that I don't like this version. Yeah. And yeah, even more so when the outfit looks like a puzzle. No, not my kind of thing. And next one, Yui Gahama, right? From Oregairu, so obvious, but no, that rod over there is unnecessary. Just give us a very sturdy metal foot peg. But then again, this is just the prototype. Maybe the final product does not have this, right? So we don't know yet for sure. And next one we have Asuna. Yeah, you see, Hobby Stock here is trying really hard with their Asuna figures, but none of them look good at all. I'm not sure why, but I don't like that face at all. It looks quite derpy to me. Not. And here is the second Asuna figure again. And I think there is something not quite right with the face. Oh, we're not yet done. The paint work on the hair is nice though. Yeah, we're not yet done. Here we go, a third Asuna figure, also from Hobby Stock. And the face of this one once again looks really weird. Like, there is something not right with the sculpting. I'm not too sure. So 3 Asuna figures, they announced, and all 3 has a problem with the face. That is what I feel over here. I'm not liking it. And that is all for Hobby Stock. Next, figure brand Kadokawa. There are a lot of stuff to cover for Kadokawa. Okay, the first one over here, what are we looking at? I don't think Kadokawa makes figures of original characters. I don't think so. I mean, they are an anime production studio, right? So, what are all these characters? This looks almost like the useless goddess from Konosuba. Almost looks like, I'm not too sure. I think it is Aqua. It is Aqua from Konosuba. I couldn't recognize her. And the next one must be Megumin. Yeah, I couldn't recognize them earlier because this must be based on the manga cover art, not the anime, right? And this one over here, this one I couldn't recognize at all. Who is this? I feel like I've watched the anime with this character before, but I'm not too sure. Also, they are trying to fight Good Smile with their computers, the retro computers on Makise Kuisu. This is quite attractive in its own way. I feel like I've seen the anime, just that I could not recall the title. 12 episodes. And there were already like 2 scale figures of her out there and also a pop-up rate. I feel like I know her, man. I feel I know. Next one, okay, this one is already on pre-order, Arms Note, right? And the prototype sample Kadokawa is showing us over here is outstanding. Oh, she looks great, man. There is some shading on her hair, but that is about it. Everywhere else, no shading because, you know, it is white and black only. But still, she looks amazing. And yeah, these 2 from already on pre-order, so I'm just gonna jump right past them. And then here we have a new figure of Kurumi. We keep getting them. She is rivaling Ram and Ram already at this point. Yeah. The most popular Dead Alive character, right? Sure. She is also my favorite character in this series. Next one, we have a new pair of Evangelion figures. Ayanami Rei and Asuka. Yeah. Why bother, Kadokawa? Why bother? Make figures or something else. We have so many figures already. Okay, this elf from Goblin Slayer. Very nice to see her getting more figures. I think there is only 1 figure of her at the moment. Next one, Rias Grammary from High School DxD. Why are we suddenly getting so many DxD figures recently? Maybe a new season is coming. I hope it is. I'm excited for it. But this nurse version, I'm not a big fan of. The next one, I like that a lot. This one right here. Oh, this is hot, man. This is hot. This is what I look for in a High School DxD figure, especially Rias Grammary. Man, this is smoking hot. Oh, this must be lingerie, right? Lingerie, the one you go to bed. You wear this to go to bed to seduce a boyfriend or husband. Yeah. This is really nice. I think I'm looking forward to this one. Kano, however, I've saved so many pictures of this Rias because I like her so much. Okay, wow, more pictures. Okay, Night Lamp over there. Yeah, Akeno. Akeno, however, I'm not sure if I like this pose because, you know, when you do figures in this pose, they tend to feel a bit smaller. A bit unfortunate, but when you buy one, you need the other one, right? You need both as a set. It is not too bad, really. Next one, this is from Konosuba, right? Yeah. I mean, that title there is a dead giveaway. Konosuba again. This is more like the spin-off, the one where Megumin was the lead character. And then what else do we have? Konosuba again. Next one, this is already on pre-order. What's her name again? That Junibyo Love Life character. She had her own spin-off series, I'm aware of that. And next one, Lycoris Recoil again. I'm so happy to see this anime series getting recognition, you know. This must be Yukata or... I'm not familiar with Japanese outfit. Okay, maybe this is not yukata. It might be something else. Okay, and then, okay, this figure, I've seen this being advertised a while before One Fest. So this one should be going on pre-order soon. Yeah, this is Mai Sakurajima with her younger self together as a set. She comes with transparent, translucent hair, which I am questioning Kadokawa for it, because I don't think it is suitable for this kind of slice of life characters. Not suitable at all. Moving up to the next one. This figure right here from Oshinoko, this is hands down the best figure Kadokawa has announced in Wonder Festival Winter 2024. They announced many figures. This is the best one. No contest at all. We are getting a figure of Aqua and Ruby together with their dead mother. That is an excellent combination. Like, I want this really badly. I haven't been collecting Oshinoko stuff at all. I'm not even paying much attention. But this is something really unique. I've never seen anything like this before in anime figures, like a mother with their children together. This is amazing! Next one, we have a relatively boring looking Akane. Unfortunately, like, this one pales so much in comparison when you compare it to Ai and her two children, right? This is unfortunate because I feel like the figure could have been a lot better. It feels like Kadokawa cut too much corners, or they are not putting it too much effort for this figure because they are concentrating on Ai earlier, Yeah, this is a bit unfortunate. Next one, announcement on Kana. Yeah, Kana Arima, to be expected at this point. The next one over here, okay, Kadokawa announced another new figure of Raftalia with a different armor. This must be based on the new season coming, I think. I've never seen Raftalia wear this outfit before, though you guys who read the manga might know something. This must be based on the upcoming anime, and that is really smart, right? Because a lot of anime figure companies, they have this problem where they fail to anticipate what will be popular, what won't be. And when they have just started to react, starting to make a new figure now, the anime has finished airing, and if there is no second season, yeah, that project is really dead in the water. Nobody is going to bother buying it anymore after release. But if a new season is coming, and even more so when Kadokawa is the one making anime, they know what is the content of the anime and the manga and everything, they can prepare in advance. This is really smart. So I am looking forward to see what kind of post they'll come up with. Hopefully that is not the one we're getting in the picture over here. That would be too boring. Next one, another Raftalia figure, though this one, a bit too fan servicey to my liking. I've always liked fan service figures, but this one, how do I feel it? I don't feel anything. Yeah, it is not tickling any of my fancy over here or any of my fantasies. Okay, next one we have Sword Art Online Asuna again. Is this like Chinese New Year version or something? Hey, Chinese New Year is over. Too late, man. Too late. Right, next one, we have Holo from Spice and Wolf. Yeah, new anime coming confirmed. I think it was April, right? It is April. So naturally, we are going to get some figures of Holo. Another figure of Holo, different version. Or this is the more lolly version. The next one, I loved the anime, man. Strike the Blood. There were like 4 or 5 seasons, including OVAs. Is this my favorite figure of Yukina Himeragi? Nope. But I think there are other better figures of her. The problem is all those previous releases in the past, they are now very rare and expensive. Yeah, Strike the Blood has quite the fan base surrounding this series, so her figures sold really well back then. Moving on to the next one, what is this, man? Oh, Love Live. Okay, I just saw the word School Idol Project over there. Kadokawa also makes Love Live stuff. That is interesting, but I no longer collect them. Toradora, this figure of Taiga is already on pre-order. Yeah, very expensive, like way too much. She cost way too much. 28,000 yen or so. Next one over here, who is this? Okay, the file name over here is Uma-chan. That is her name, Uma-chan. Definitely not from Uma Musume. No idea which character this is actually. Okay, this is from Force Lander, Ronin. Yeah, It is a NECA art, I think, right? A NECO art, which is really attractive. And this figure, yeah, I mean, the side view of this figure is actually more attractive than the front view. Yeah. In fact, if you conceal her face, her eyes, and you photograph it from this angle, she looks even more attractive. This is a really unusual figure in a really good way. Something different for once, right? You see, when I can see her eyes, I don't find her that attractive. But you photograph it from this angle, it makes her look like a bit more mysterious. Yeah. I love this figure. And the last Kadokawa figure, another new albedo figure. Yeah. This one doesn't look that nice. Not nice at all. Yeah, and that is all for Kadokawa and KD Call. Moving on to the next one, we have Kaitendo. Right? So Kaitendo is actually quite an established brand. They have been around for a long time, just that the figures are really meh in comparison to many other brands, like fairly average. Now, to see them make this figure from Gangale online, this surprised me so much. I think Kotobukiya made a figure of her. I don't remember the name anymore. Kotobukiya made a figure of her, but she did not sell as well as, you know, Sword Art Online characters, even though I kind of liked the concept of that series. And now, so many years later, Kaitendo is making a figure of her. Very interesting choice. Next one, Riya's Gramarye again. Yeah, this will be a good seller for Kaitendo. And then we have Kobayashi made Dragon, though she looks really fat over here for some reason. Like, this doesn't look good at all. I'm not too sure, but I don't like this one at all. Oh, this face expression, at least it makes her look more adorable. And then here we have something from Record of Lodoss War. This is a classic, a very old anime. I'm surprised that they even bothered to make a figure from Record of Lodoss War. I never watched it before. And that is all for Kaitendo, not many figures. The next figure brand, Clockworks. I can't recognize this character. Like, I don't know who she is, but at the same time, I feel like this is Sally from that I Don't Want Pain anime. That yeah, it looks like Sally to me. Is it her? Anyways, they have only 2 figures, Clockworks. The second one is Bridget from Guilty Gear Strive. I believe this one was announced in the previous event as well, now that he is painted already. Next, figure brand KT Model Plus, and this one is from Atelier. I remember her. The thing is that this one is already on pre-order, and they have only announced one other new figure over here. And of course, I have no idea what is this thing, right? Venus Vacation. I have no idea what is that. Yeah. So that is all. These 2 figures only from KT Model Plus. I remember this brand only for their Berserker Musashi figure, which is currently on pre-order. Next, figure brand Luminous Box, also related to Good Smile. 1 single figure only. Yeah, Rika from Gridman Universe. I really wish that figure brands would go for more variety, you know, like everyone are making the same thing over and over. This is a very consistent pattern in every Wonder Festival. Moving on to the next figure brand, Magi Arts. So they make only figures of original characters. Is this already on pre-order? I think not yet, but this looks really familiar. I think I've seen this figure even before it was announced in OneFest. This one is already on pre-order. This office lady over here. I'm not sure if I like the eyes though. I hope they fix the face a bit before releasing the figure. Otherwise, this is an outstanding figure. Like, I love the pose a lot for this one. Next one. This must be based on Chinese folklore. One of those mythical creatures, I think. And here, oh, the sculpt on the face is quite interesting. I think these are all based on Chinese folklore. I'm not very familiar with them myself, but it does seem that way to me. And here, more original character figures. This is right up my alley, right? Armor, and then we have weapons behind her. I have no idea what she is carrying, but it still looks amazing on this. And next one, oh, okay. I don't like the face on this at all. Like, what? No, the face on this looks really weird. I don't like it at all, man. No. Right. Next one over here, this one is already on pre-order. Just a generic bunny figure. Just that it seems like they are really... Oh god, the image is so blurry because it is low resolution. The face is nice, very pretty face. But other than that, nothing much going on. And here we have another bunny girl joining her very soon. This is from Yu-Gi-Oh! And they are making 3 color versions for some reason. This is what I don't understand, because normally you'll want to release version A first, this color version A first, and then maybe a year later you open pre-order a second one with a different color. And the next one here, more Yu-Gi-Oh! Stuff. Though he is the protagonist, right? At least I thought he was. It is quite surprised that this guy doesn't get that many figures made. Moving on to the next figure brand, Max Factory, though I am focusing only on, the scale figures, right? This one was announced in the previous events later last year. Now she is finally painted. Volume from Goddess of Victory Nikkei. This looks outstanding. I want it so badly, man. I am keeping an eye on this figure. My only fear now is that she ends up as an Amiami exclusive. That would really suck. Next one, okay, they are doing a figure of Marin Kitagawa. This is kind of similar to a third-party figure of her that I know of. Still widely available. I don't remember the brand. The problem is, I'm sorry Max Factory, but the face of this Marin Kitagawa, I'm not sure if I like it at all. This is still an early stage prototype. They can still fix the face though. I think the face could be better. The next one here, this makes me so happy. Up to this point, my favorite figure of Toby has always been the one by Aniplex. Now Max Factory is joining in, and this one is looking fabulous. Like, I like this a lot. This is also very photogenic to me because this is also partially a body turn around pose. Man, Max Factory really knows how to get my attention. The weirdest part is that same thing with many other game titles like Blue Archive also. It takes years for figure brands to react to something that has gone popular, right? Blue Archive was launched in year 2020, I think, or was it 2018? Earlier than that, I can't remember. And it was several years later where the figures are starting to come out. The same can be said for Genshin Impact, right? They are just way too slow in reacting. Nier Automata is famous and popular worldwide. It took them so long. It took figure brands so long to start making figures. This one I'm keeping an eye on my wish list. Next one over here, another Chun-Li figure from Street Fighter, but I prefer the previous one, the one that was already on pre-order where she is sitting on a block of concrete. That one is a lot nicer looking. This one, it feels a bit too generic to me. Come on, stop making just Chun-Li. Give us a figure of Cammy. And even Juri. I love Juri. Next one, this is Biwa Hayahide from Uma Musume. I don't collect Uma Musume. The next one here, Blue Archive again. I think this is the same thing displayed in the previous Wonder Festival and also Mega Hobby Expo, so I'm not going to go over them again. The same figures all over. Yeah, Sumatoki, she was unpainted back then, still unpainted now. Sumatoki is going to be incredibly popular. Like, her third-party figures are selling out so quickly and the values are just skyrocketing. So Asuma Toki is going to be a best seller for Max Factory. Is this Yoka? I'm not too sure. I can't tell from the silhouette alone. Oh, I like this one so much. I like this one. Girls with guns, I love them. Right, I'm keeping an eye on this one. And what else do we have over here? Goddess of Victory Nikkei. You know, nowadays I would rather spend my money on Nikkei over Girls Frontline, for example. It feels like Girls Frontline is dying a very slow death. Yeah. Phat Company perhaps is one of very few figure companies left that keeps spamming figures from GFL, but no, I wouldn't want to touch GFL anymore today. Moving on to the next brand, Medicos Entertainment. They mostly make male characters, though there is one thing that I did not expect them to do. They did announce an FGO figure, right? So they mostly make male characters like this. They make a lot of JoJo stuff. This is the FGO figure I was talking about. Is this Karma from FGO? I think it looks like Karma to me. I'm not too sure. But wow. Finally, Medicos Entertainment is giving me a reason to buy their figures. I would totally buy this, even though, yeah, I don't have a very high opinion of this figure brand. I would totally buy it because this is FGO stuff. And this would be my first Medicos Entertainment figure. I'm going to review it as well. I am loving the pose of this figure. Up next, Mimeyoi, they do 1x4 scale Azur Lane figures a lot nowadays. This is already on pre-order. And why did I know this is from Azur Lane? Because of that chicken over there. Whenever I see that chicken, I know that is an Azur Lane figure. Oh, I love this, man. Yeah, this one was announced in the previous event, unpainted. Now that I've seen her painted, the transparent sleeves and everything, oh, I love this. You could even say I like this more than Taiho, the one that was released recently. I like this a lot more. I'm going to keep an eye on this figure. Next one, Azur Lane as well, but I don't recognize this character. Very early stage prototype. Everything is Azur Lane, and I believe all of these are 1x4 scales, right? They are like the Chinese freeing. Okay, this is from Girls Front Line. But this is 1x7. This is already on pre-order, right? Or are they doing a 1x4 scale of this? I'm not too sure. The face doesn't look good though on this one. No. Looks weird to me. Next figure brand, Neon Max, a Chinese figure brand. Okay, there are only 2 figures if I'm not mistaken. This must be original character, right? Feels that way to me, judging by the character design. Now that is incredibly detailed. So her name is Noah. So if you want to know more, very easy, you go to myfigurecollection.net, you type in Neon Max and Noah, and then you get the results. Searching for it is very easy, right? And here we have another figure. Yeah, it does appear to be original characters to me. And finally, this one is already on pre-order, Azur Lane figure, right? Now that I get to see the actual figure, not just product photos, man, this is incredible. I called her a toilet tissue dispenser back then. I still stand by the same statement. This is... Oof. She is not expensive, you know. This is like 24,000 yen only. Yeah. And that is all for Neon Max. The next figure brand, Orca Toys, they announced 3 figures. All 3 are from Fairy Tail. So, yeah. Lucy, and finally, this one I don't know her name. So all 3 are Fairy Tail figures. Orca Toys used to do a lot of cultured figures, but nowadays they are focusing a lot on Fairy Tail for some reason. Yeah, very interesting indeed. They are all 1x6 scale, I believe. So if you want bigger figures, yeah, go for Orca Toys. They do 1x6 most of the time. Next, figure brand, Oriental Forest. Yeah, okay. Before that, a quick mention about Orchid Seed. Their figures, they did announce a few. They are edgy stuff, so I'm not covering them. They do this like My Tetsu last run, you know, that lolly character with wearing very little. Yeah, so I can't put that on screen. So now we move on to Oriental Forest. Original character again, isn't it? Man, that is a lot of stuff going on for a single figure. And Blue Archive. I see that thing on the head. I know it is Blue Archive. Oh. Very underwhelming. Like, there is barely any detail on the outfit. Quite sad, unfortunately. Is this Urawa Hanako? I'm not too sure, but this looks a lot like her. I did pre-order a third-party resin figure of her. And next one, hold on a second. Are they the same figure? Yeah, the pose is almost exactly the same. So if you're getting both figures in one set, like you can swap out the parts, then yeah, I'll take back my criticisms on this version because this one is not as important. I would totally display this figure in this form. Next, figure brand Otherware, right? It is actually an edgy figure brand from China. Though the ones I'm putting on screen, they are relatively safe ones, right? And of course, most of them are just original characters. More bunny girls, man. Oh, I like this one. I like this girl. Moving on to the next one. This one is a bit like me. If you get what I mean over here, yeah, I'm not really impressed by this one, especially the face. I'm not yet taking into account the outfit. Looks like the figure might be customable. Most of the time it is, right? Okay, from this angle, it looks a bit better. Right? Yeah. The angle is different. This one, they rotated the figure a bit and then she starts looking a bit better. Next one here, wow. Sometimes I do wonder if what you are wearing, those bikini are so tightly fit, man, that can't be comfortable. And next one here, wow. Sorry for the censorship. I have to because YouTube does not like it. This has to be the best figure by Otherware in this event, man. This is amazing. The saddest part is that even if you were to buy something like this and then review it on YouTube, yeah, YouTube is going to find fault with you. Our Treasure. Okay, this brand, Our Treasure, they are doing low-cost scale figures at 1/8 scale. And yeah, they are all swimsuit versions. Now, this one over here, this is obviously from FGO. What's her name again? I own the Good Smile version of this figure. And will I pick up this Our Treasure version where she is in swimsuit? I would say very unlikely, right? I don't like the face on this version. Good Smile did it way better when it comes to the face of this character over here. Anyways, we'll just move on to the next one. Only 2 figures for this brand, Our Treasure. The next one, this is also a surprise from Shangri-La Frontier. Okay, if you haven't watched the anime, watch it. Please watch it. It is almost as good as Sword Art Online. I would even say it is better than SAO in a way. I did not like SAO that much. Yeah. And currently, the latest episode where they defeated one of the big bosses, man, that battle stretched for almost 3 to 4 episodes. Amazing fight. One of the best anime fights this season. Go and watch it, right? I think this character has price figures, but scale figures, this is probably the first one. Yeah. Next figure brand, Felino. This is obviously Hyperdimension Neptune. I call her Nap Nap, this girl over here. This game, Hyperdimension Neptune, has a very loyal fan base, right? So they are going to buy these figures, which is why until today, after so many years, every once in a while, we still see new figures. This one, original character, I suppose. I can't recognize this one at all. Bunny Girl again, and one that does not have much detail on the outfit. Even the creases on the outfit is lacking. I don't like it. The next one here, this looks really familiar. I feel like Orchid Seed has made a very similar figure before in the past. Is this from Taimanin RPG? I think it is, but I can't be sure. Moving up to the next brand, Phat Company. Okay, so this one announced quite a number of stuff over here. Though the first figure over here, I have no clue who is this either. After all, I took these pictures from a Japanese website. Everything is in Japanese and translation, like Google Translate, is terrible most of the time. Not to mention, like English-based websites like Google Berries, right? They are really slow in updating their One Fest coverage or any event coverage. So I wouldn't want to wait for them, which is why I'm making use of content from a Japanese website. Now, this one over here, it almost feels like an original character as well, but I don't think it is. Let me get a closer look. Yeah, could be something from Azur Lane, I'm not entirely sure. Next one over here, Ayakashi Triangle. We have Suzu Kanade and the other character. I can't remember her name. I only remember her as the LGBT one. Oh, this is... If this was made by resin, then you would get a lot more texture, fine texture on the outfit actually. This is Shimakaze from Azur Lane as well. Do you like Kankole's Shimakaze more or Azur Lane's version more? I'm not even sure which one I prefer. The Kankole version was really popular back then. Like, there were a lot of scale figures of her. And then here we have something from Blue Archive. Now, that really sucks, man. I mean, look at that plastic god over there. Oh. Why? Really ruins the figure, man. The plastic god. Next one, Blue Archive again. This one almost reminds me of Hitori Goto, like social anxiety face right there. What else do we have? Oh, Sophia F. Shering from Bunny Suit Planning. We are starting to see a lot of figures of her for some reason. This is Cow Bikini version. And then we have, okay, Tokisaki Kugumi from Dates Alive. We get figures of her all the time. Phat Company, let's see how they paint the black color parts over here. But this is a prototype. I would expect them not to mess up, right? When something gets mass produced, it is a completely different story though. Here are Bargast from FGO. You know, I thought Aniplex would be the first one to make the figure. Yeah, technically, I think Aniplex did announce a figure of her. No prototype yet, but Phat Company is... is coming up with Dia's first over here. Wow, that is seriously thick. One of the thickest characters in FGO, man. So, if you were to ask me, this is by Phat Company, they have QC issues, will I buy one? Yeah, I still might buy one regardless. So that I can be more critical about Phat, I can trash them further. If they dare to mess up figures of my favorite characters for my favorite franchises, dare to mess up the figure, and I will roast the figure brand so badly in my figure reviews later. See, I saved 4 pictures just because I like FGO. Okay, Melusine, no updates from compared to previous events. Back then, she was unpainted. Still unpainted today. Never mind, I'll wait patiently. I want this one so badly, but I am predicting this one to go for 40,000 yen. I'm not even joking, man. I'm just being realistic with my expectations over here. Next one over here, PA15 Cow Bikini version. I have an actual picture of the figure later on, right? This is a WebP image. I can't even zoom in. This is DP12 from Girls Frontline. An update from the previous event. She is now painted. Face looks great. And then there we go. PA15 Cow Bikini version. Oh, this is... I love her character design. And you know what? Phat Company has made 2 different PA15 figures so far. 3 of them, if you include different color versions, the Chinese dress version and the school uniform version. And all 3 versions have quality control issues. Now let's hope the third one is the best among all. I don't want them to mess up this figure of PA15 again. Like, they make so many PA15 figures and none of them are decent. Very sad. Next one, we have VSK94 from Girls Frontline. I told you guys, Phat Company is the only one remaining that spams a lot of GFL figures for some reason. Next one, Bridget again. Everyone's making a figure of him. Bridget again. This one looks okay. It looks okay. I prefer this one over the other one by Amakuni earlier. I think Amakuni's version is a bit too simple. But of course, Amakuni is going to get the paintwork done better. Next one over here, this is a Neko Arts character. DR, that is all her name. Doctor, right? And I believe this is the last figure from Phat Company. A few nice stuff. I'm happy to see the FGO figures, especially Barguest. Wasn't expecting that. But, you know that mixed feeling where you're looking forward to something yet you fear for it? This is the case with Phat Company figures. Next, figure brand P.M.Office A or Plum. This one, I don't recognize this character at all. I believe it must be from some seasonal anime. Moving on to the next one. Okay, this is one of the better bunny figures I've seen today. That face expression, if they do not cut corners, especially the blush there on the face, you know. A lot of figure brands, they cut corners, like when the figure comes out, the blush is almost missing. Yeah, I hope they don't do that. Because this figure's face expression is completely dependent on that, right? Original character, art by Frank. I'm seeing that thing in the background over there. I find it really hard to comment on, you know, these original art characters figures. Like, I really have no idea what to say about them. More of them, but this, okay, at least I can trash this one. So the face on this is really weird. It feels like someone punched her face and then she broke a few bones in the skull. The whole thing's caved in and she never got it fixed, right? Here's another picture. You see, I saved so many pictures for this one figure I don't care about because I wanted to trash the face, but this angle, it looks a bit better. I think it is the shadows causing problems right there. Yeah. And here is a picture of the original art, which is actually quite pretty. So when translated into a figure, it looks a bit odd, especially when you look at her from the front. I think from this angle, she looks a bit better, right? Yeah. Okay, moving on to the next one, original character again. I think it does look like that to me. Ooh, wow, the wood texture, that is really cool. But you can kind of tell it is still very, very rough, no? Like, it is not yet finished. Next one over here, original art character again. I don't like this one that much. Oh, this effect over here, spilled coffee or whatever that is, does not look good at all. Yeah, the figure looks pretty unpolished. I can almost tell from this low resolution picture over here. Oh, this one is already on pre-order, I believe. From that 100 Girlfriends anime. Oh, the level of detail on the figure is abysmal, man. Not that you have a choice if you want a figure of these two characters because, well, there are no other options in the market, right? Yeah, of course, this character is also the third girlfriend in the anime is also getting a figure. And what do we have here? Blue Archive. See? Everyone are starting to make Blue Archive figures. Very glad to see my prediction coming true. Idolmaster, right? This has to be Idolmaster. Sometimes just by looking at what they are wearing, you can kind of tell. Moving on to the next figure brand, Proof. Right, Proof. Okay, this is classic anime, I think. No idea who this is. And here we have something from Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. The face is not good though. This is better, but the other one, I'm not liking it at all. And this is from Guilty Gear Strive. I believe her name is... What was her name again? There are two figures of her actually. It means white sword in English, literally. I think it's Baiken, right? Her name is Baiken. This one looks fabulous. And Marin Kitagawa. Okay, so as we can see, more brands are doing Marin Kitagawa figures, but for this one, I'm afraid I don't like it. I still prefer the one by Spiritiel where there are no updates at all. Like, still unpainted, no updates. The face is okay. The face on this version is okay. Just that if I had to choose, the Spiritiel version is a lot better looking. Yeah. Moving on to the next figure brand, Reverse Studio. Chinese figure brand, by the way. I like this. Like, she is sitting on a swing next to a tree branch. We don't get stuff like this very often in anime figures. Of course, don't ask me who this is because I have no idea either. But at least you know the figure brand, right? You just go to myfigurecollection.net, you search for the name of the manufacturer alone. Yeah, and you'll be able to narrow things down very easily as long as you know the figure brand behind the figures. These are all mostly original characters from the looks of it. This Mushroom Girl is already on pre-order and more of them are coming soon. Yeah, very adorable indeed, even though I don't collect stuff like this. And here, this is Girls Front Line, right? I think it is. Oh, I love the props that come with this figure so much. Like, I would totally buy something like this just for the bar desk, the stool, and also all the props that comes with the figure, man. Okay, this is really attractive. I love this. Paintwork is really nice. Like, there is shading everywhere. Next one, okay, this is from Matono Seihei too, right? No, this is from Girls Front Line, right? Yeah, Girls Front Line. Is this battle damage? It looks like one to me. Next figure brand, Rebos, right? Chinese figure brand as well. So here we have something, a swimsuit girl. Must be original characters again. Oh, this is nice. I love the design on this character right here. This is very nice, man. Oh, this is... Is this Rebos Rise Up series? I'm not too sure. They are Tea Time Cat Girl series, right? They are really good figures, all these figures. They call it Tea Time Cat Girls. And yeah, there we go. More of them coming soon. Oh, that is really nice. They're making a complete series. Honkai Star Rail, is it? Is this Honkai Star Rail? Nowadays, Honkai Star Rail are only getting chibi figures. And this is... No idea what it is either. Oh, this is cool. This is really nice. Of course, I have no clue what it is. I love how they incorporate completely transparent parts into figures nowadays, like this one over here. From Arkanites, I can't remember her name. This is under Rebos Rise Up series. They are very cheap pop-up parade level figures in terms of pricing. 5,000 plus to 6,000 plus yen, but the quality is a lot better. I mean, look at the shading paint work on something that cost under 6,000 yen, right? Oh, this is really good for a 6,000 yen figure, man. Really good. Up next, Azur Lane. This one is already on pre-order, so I am not going to repeat things right here. Yeah, the Christmas figure. I spoke about last week. Blue Archive. Up next are Girls France Line. This is also under their Rise Up series. This is a low cost figure, but I can't help but feel a bit disappointed. Imagine this was at 1/7 scale with more detail. Now this would be an amazing figure to have, right? But this is only a low cost Rise Up figure, unfortunately. Next, they are making a Miku figure as well. Now this pose over here is quite badass. I love this pose. The colors, not so much. Moving on to the next figure brands, Fire or Sega, their premium scale figure division. They are making Marin Kitagawa too. I'm not sure if they will make a figure of Gojo, but Marin Kitagawa is getting a figure, and the second one, another Hatsune Miku figure. Yeah, so these are the only two scale figures from Fire. Next one over here, Shomon, Chinese figure brand, Black Bunny again. Nope, not my kind of thing. And the second one over here, this one is already on pre-order. If I remembered correctly, around 24,000 yen, right? So nothing much coming from Shomon. At least we get to see the actual figure over here, and oh boy, I don't like the face at all. Like, something is not right with the eyes. I'm not too sure. Maybe it is just viewing angle problems again, right? Yeah, must be viewing angle because she is meant to be looked at from this angle. Next, figure brand Solar Rain. Chinese figure brand as well, but they are somewhat affiliated to Good Smile Company. Now, this one, another non-figure. Is this original character? Might be, it might be. I don't recognize it at all. And now, see? Gridman Universe again, Shinjo Akane and Takarada Rika. And look at the amount of focus they have on her thigh right there, that thick thigh over there. And here's the surprise over here. We are getting this character as well from Gridman Universe. I mean, all the while we are getting figures of Shinjo Akane and Rika only. It is the first time I'm seeing someone else other than these two characters. Next one, this is the best figure by Solar Rain in this event. Oshino Shinobu from Nisei Monogatari. I can't wait to see this one being painted. This looks amazing. Next one over here, this is Bambinata Ruri from Punishing Grey Raven. Yeah, I'm starting to see more figures from Punishing Grey Raven as well. Love the pose over here. Of course, I refuse to believe that is all you get for the base. If this is the case, it would be really easy to knock over the figure. There must be another round plastic disc beneath this base over here, right? And that is all for Solar Rain. Up next, Space Mogura, right? They do their own original characters as well. So as usual, I will be struggling to give my comment, my input on which one I like and which one I don't. Yeah, this is quite lovely indeed. I like this a lot. I suppose that I might have quite a thing for cat girls, just that her thighs are a bit too thick to my liking over there. Like, look at how thick those thighs are. Yeah, but other than that, I love her face over here. Oh, this is smoking. I love her face expression. Feels like another Bomber Girl character to me. Oh. Now, this color combination, I love it, man. Gold and purple violet. I love this color combination. Can't wait to see this in person. Oh. If you love Thanos, then you might want to pick up a figure like this. Next figure brand, Spiritiel. Alright. Spiritiel, who is this? Once again, I have no clue. The figure is really lovely though, and I love the base over there. One of those kind of figures which I would love to photograph because of the summer dress outfit. Next one over here, this looks familiar. Yeah, it looks really familiar, but I have no idea either. Is she from Atelier, one of the Atelier series? Because she looks like one to me. This is BNHA, Boku no Hero Academia. And man, this is one of the better looking BNHA figures out there. I can already tell this is a whole different level above what Kotobukiya does, man. Unfortunate for all those metal rods, but look at the shading paint work. Whoa, this is fantastic. Next one, what we have? Guilty Gear Strive again. At least it is not Bridget anymore, but someone else. Sakura Miku. We're getting a Sakura Miku from Spiritiel. Not even a picture, unfortunately. And Kana Arima from Oshinoko. I'm not exactly a fan of the base, but other than that, I wonder how long will I resist before I start buying Oshinoko figures. That Kadokawa version earlier, man, that is fantastic. Okay, that is all I believe for this figure brand. The next figure brand, SSR Figure. Okay, they do original characters as well. So here we have a girl practicing yoga from the looks of it. I love it because there hasn't been anything like this before in anime figures. And then here we have another one. Yeah, looks like original art again. Yes, it is. Original art. This one looks kind of like Bomber Girl in a way as well. Original art. And more art by Popman3580. That is all. Yeah, not many figures from SSR Figure. The next one of the bigger brands in Wonder Festival, Shibuya Scramble Figure or E-Stream, right? Okay, the first one over here, I have no idea who this is at all. But I love the colors on this thing and more transparent parts. This is uncharacteristically simple for a Shibuya Scramble figure. Next one, Akiba Maid Wars. I don't remember her name, but I know this is Akiba Maid Wars. And yeah, go and watch the anime. The anime is basically about Yakuza, you know, Black Triad groups, except they all run maid cafes and the maids will go to war, as you can see over here. Very interesting indeed. Next one, Kurumi again, but this Kurumi figure is really nice, man. There are not many Kurumi figures that can impress me. This one, maybe it is the expression, face expression combined with the pose. Something really nice about it. What else do we have? Oh, this is not Azur Lane, right? This is Kantai Collection, right? I feel like it is Kantai Collection. This is totally the kinds of thing that I would expect Shibuya Scramble figure to do. The character design doesn't look like something from Azur Lane. This is Kantai Collection, I think. I'm surprised that figure brands still bother to make figures of this game today. Like, nobody talks about them anymore. Next one here, we have an update to one of my favorite Konosuba figures, Megumin and Yunyun. I would prefer if, you know, they made this Megumin figure grab the important parts, the mid buns on Yunyun. If the pose was like that, it would make the figure a bit more better, but I suppose they are trying to keep the figure safe somewhat. Another Megumin figure, but I'm not a fan of this one. This is based on the cover art, right? Yeah, it doesn't look like what we see in the anime at all. More Madoka stuff. Akemi Homura, right? I'm not sure if the other one is already on pre-order. It feels like Madoka is already on pre-order. Yeah, this one right here. I believe this one has already PO opened like a month ago. They're doing Oshinoko figures as well. This is a bit underwhelming for the standards of Shibuya Scramble figure. Oh! So they're making figures of the... I see! So they are trying to make the figure unique compared to the competition by making Ai performing on stage, and then there is likely to be a pair of Aqua and Gobi figures doing this glow stick dance we saw in the early episodes of the anime. Now that would be great. That would be really nice. I still like the one by Kadokawa earlier a lot more, right? The next one here, from Sword Art Online with Asuna, and is that Yuki? I've forgotten her name already. It feels like if E-Stream has ran out of ideas on how to overcomplicate a figure, then they will just stick two figures together, like what happened to Megumin and Yunyun earlier, so that they can charge you a lot higher, right? But at the same time, two figures complementing each other is not necessarily a bad combination. Yeah. The next one, you see two figures again, but this has to be one of the worst looking Gridman figures I've seen so far. Like, this is not the standard I would expect from Shibuya Scramble figure, unfortunately. Like, no, this is not good at all, man. The next figure brand, Stronger, they don't release many figures in a year. They did not announce much either in this event, but their figures are extremely high quality. They are almost grade A in my rankings actually. So you can buy their stuff if you love it. Like this Ilya over here, I feel like I've seen this figure a few times already. Is she already on pre-order? I'm not too sure. Right? She looks incredible. And of course, we're getting Chloe as well. I find it really amusing that, you know, Kuro, that's what she's called in Japanese. They literally call her Black in her Japanese name just because she is actually black. I like this a lot. I like this figure. Just that I'm avoiding race queen figures whenever I can. I already have 2 race queen figures and I already felt it is a bit too many. But who knows? We'll see, right? We'll see. The next Miku figure over here, yeah, this one went on pre-order last week for 44,000 yen. Really painful. But if that is not enough, a second one is coming right here. Which is likely to cost the same amount. But at least, you know, you'll be mentally prepared now that you know a second one is coming to complement her. Just that she is so skinny over here, like almost anorexic. You look at her legs over here. I don't like this at all. This almost looks like a mix of anorexia and also what we call rickets, right? If you go to Africa, those severely malnourished children, their legs are very skinny and curved or bent. We call that rickets. You can Google it. This looks like rickets to me, and for that reason alone, I don't like it at all. Moving on to the next figure brand, T.E.S.T. So this is an original character, Baniko. I remember her name was Baniko. This one should be released already. Someone told me in the comments he owns one. And the quality apparently is exceptional. Yeah. However, the most interesting part about this figure series, which is called the Z12SX, right? If you did not tell me this in my comments, I wouldn't have realized it. Yeah, Uzuka Baniko. Apparently, last year, it was the year of the rabbit under the Chinese zodiac. So they made this bunny figure over here. Yeah, already released. And this year, it is the year of the dragon. So we're getting a dragon figure. Already on pre-order as well. This is like 40,000 yen or so. Really expensive, I know. Now, that is a very interesting way of making figures of original characters. There we go. 2024 Year of Dragon. If not for one of you commenting in my post saying that this is based on Chinese zodiac, I would have not realized it sooner. That is a really interesting way of doing figures, right? And yeah, only one pre-order per person in Amiami for this one. Amiami exclusive. Very exclusive. So pick up one if you're interested in. 40,000 yen though. Moving on to the next figure brand, Union Creative, one of the bigger brands in Wonder Festival as well. A lot of announcements. The first one here, we have Giovanna from Guilty Gear Strive, right? Yeah, if you guys have noticed by now, while there may be many figures being announced, the number of titles involved is actually quite few, like Azur Lane, Blue Archives, sure, My Dress Up Darling, and then Guilty Gear Strive has a lot of figures. I mean, you narrow down the number of anime or game titles that got figures made. Not many, unfortunately. This is one of the worst things about the anime figure market at the moment. And fortunately, we still have third parties stepping it up. But it is not like the third parties are going to save the anime figure market because they are doing the same thing. They are only making figures of popular games and anime characters, right? Yeah. Next one over here, we have Baiken from Guilty Gear again. Woo. So we have 2 new figures of Baiken in this event. Not something, I see coming for sure. Next one over here, this is from Gunbuster. I believe this one is already on pre-order. The next one here, there we go again. A second skill figure of the same supporting insert character in Mato Seihei no Slave. Right? Like, what is so special about this girl? I want to find out by watching the next episode. I can't wait for it. But this is one of Union Creative's better figures in this event. I like this a lot. The pose, the base, everything about it. This is really nice, man. Woo. Imagine that for a second. They are ignoring the main characters and going for the side characters. See, I saved 3 or 4 pictures of her because I like her so much. Next one, okay, this is interesting. Union Creative is doing this series of very fashionable figures, original characters, and they call it the Zozo Black Collection, right? So every single one of them are wearing black outfit. Yeah, it is very stylish, a very nice concept. To me, it is a bit too bland when it comes to the colors, you know, the color combination. Like the whole figure is black color, except for the hair. But outside of that, if you are into this kind of figures, they are all wearing black, even though this is not yet painted, right? Zozo Black Collection. Very interesting concept. Reminds me of the Radio Eva series by Hobby Max. Yeah, very similar. The next one here, okay, this one, I'm not familiar with this one. Original character, is it? Sunborn Information, Sunborn Japan. No, this is not original art. It is from a specific title which I'm not sure. Okay, the next one here. Oh. This must be original character, right? And then there we go. Oh, this is really nice. The name is Meng Meng, is it? I really have no comments, man. No comments at all. China Girl Xiong. Yeah, these are all original art characters. Super Sonico. Wow. What is up with the body proportion? Looks really weird, isn't it? Maybe this is a side view. Like, yeah, a side view. If not, the body wouldn't look like this. What's her name again? Sirenji Haruna from To Love Ru. Must be to pair up with that Momo figure that went on pre-order, where she was wearing a greenish blue color bikini, right? Yeah. Sirenji Haruna. As usual, childhood friends, they never win most of the time. Next figure brand, Vertex. So Vertex is very simple. They just make all these elf village characters, their own original characters. Yeah, every single one of their figures announced over here, they are all elf characters. This is among my favorite. The pose and the outfit, everything. This is among my favorite in this announcement right here. Yeah, elf again, lolly version. Right. Next one, elf again. Lolly but with Oppai. And then elf again. No photo or video, but this photo exists because we are allowed to take pictures, right? Next one, another elf figure. This one almost looks like that magician girl from Yu-Gi-Oh! In some way, the color scheme and everything. And finally, elf again. Like, they just announced elf figures at this point because they are so good at making them. Not really a fan of Megane characters, even though I'm wearing Megane myself. And then, oh, this one is already on pre-order, I believe. Yeah, already on pre-order. Now that I'm seeing the actual figure in person, right, I don't think I like the face on this one that much. Yeah. And alright, finally something that is not an elf character. Okay, so last year, I nominated this one Vertex figure, which is like very science fiction feel, as the best of the year. And it seems like Vertex intends to continue this series and introduce more characters. This is the second one, presumably, because the character design is very similar. Right? Oh, this almost feels like half Gundam, half Mecha Musume, and I'm all for it, man. Did Vertex see my video and then they just decided, oh, you guys love figures like this, let's continue making them. But I'm liking this a lot, man. Oof. I like that backpack so much. It reminds me of Gundam. I'm quite a big fan of Gundam, actually. There you go, more of it. Oh, this is totally up my alley, man. Whoa. Wow, the paint work on this. This is next level painting. Like, how many shades of green color did they use on her hair? Whew. Like, you know, the color just pops. You immediately get attracted to it. Wow. I believe this should be close to pre-order open. Maybe in a week or two. Maximum a month. If they bothered to paint the figure so well to this level, this must be almost a finished product by now, right? Next, figure brand Wanderer. Not that much interesting stuff from them. Evangelion again, Asuka. And then we have, what's her name again? Illustrious Mari from Evangelion, white black suit. And then, Jan Diak in office outfit. I'm still not sure if I will pick up this pair of figures, right? Together with Mordred right here. This looks like that super spy character you'll see in spy movies who do industrial or political espionage. While I may be a collector of Fate stuff, I don't think I'll be buying this pair of figures simply because I have other priorities to know. And that is all for Wanderer. Next, figure brand Wave Corporation and DreamTech. Now this is, I have no idea what is this, but this is this is interesting. Like, Oh, we can buy this figure, and are we getting all those effect parts? I'm hoping we do. It does appear to be the case. That annoying colleague who is lecturing everyone in office. Next one, another figure of Bridget from Guilty Gear. Everyone, this is from Idolmaster Shiny Girls, right? Shiny colors, not shiny girls. Man, my... Now, this is one of the better looking Idolmaster shiny color figures I've seen. I love the design on this one, man. Maybe I'm just into cat girls at this point. Who doesn't like cat girls? And here, what do we have? I have no idea. Uzaki's sister, right? Yeah. It is so obvious to know the silhouette, short hair, and they have already made a figure of Uzaki, so naturally that is her sister. And I believe that is all for this figure brand. Yep, Wave Corporation, not many figures this time around. The next figure brand is something I've never heard of, Wild Melody. Yeah, Wild Melody, what the heck. Feels like original character once again, right? It does look like one to me. This one, wedding dress again. Type 95. This is girl's France line. I knew it because she looks familiar in some way. And then when I go to this picture, yeah, type 95 up here. And down there, there is your girl's France line logo. Right? The next one here, Echo Calypse. There is already one figure of her on pre-order. I think it was Apex Toys. This is the only second scale figure of this character. I think I still prefer the one by Apex Toys a bit, maybe because that one appeals to me more as a figure photographer. This is so over the top, man. I don't like how those two meatballs on her chest is like ready to fire as if they are missiles in some way. I just don't like the shape of that, but other than that, man, the detail on this figure is next level, man. Next figure company, Wing Incorporated. Wing Company, right? This one right here, is this original character or Hololive? No, original characters, right? It has to be. This one is already on pre-order. I remember this one very well. And then, Azur Lane. Right, Azur Lane, already on pre-order. I'm not going to repeat things over. So what did they announce this time? What is this? No clue. I have no clue. Stigma version. This is also the 4 Slender series where a few figure brands are doing. So more characters being added. Actually a new one. Just a new one. That unpainted one is the only new figure over here. The rest has been released already. Yeah, this one right here. I love this cyberpunk feel going on with this 4 Slender series. And that is all for Wing Incorporated. Next one, Wonderful Works, right? So they are making this figure of Albedo, which unfortunately I am not a fan of. Like, the pose is a bit awkward. It feels unnatural to me. Once again, I would really appreciate it if they did shading work on the wings, you see? You compare it to the Good Smile version, there is barely any shading on this one. Yeah. Next one, I thought this figure is already out, or maybe it is still on pre-order, right? This Idolmaster figure. The next one, Mau Mau again, but this is a very nice figure of her, man. I love the face expression over here. But what is up with the hype of this anime? I need to watch it. And what do we have? This is Meltona Girl, from what I know, based on the file name. Meltona Girl. Cat girl again. Different eye colors, very nice. Miku. I remember this one. This was announced in the previous Wonder Festival. Now she is finally painted, and this Miku, I like this one because it is photogenic. Vacation version, I think there was a Saber Autoria figure by Aniplex with a very similar style. Like, she is standing next to a luggage. Yeah. And this one, original character, I believe, already on pre-order, so I'm not going to repeat this one. And that is all for Wonderful Works. And the last figure brand, Zero G Act. They announced only one single figure. Ilya, Prisma Ilya. Well, we don't get many figures of Ilya nowadays. Only one figure of her. This is a really nice looking figure of her. I'm keeping an eye on this one. Yeah. And that is all for scale figure highlights from Wonder Festival Winter 2024. Before we end this video, yeah, we go through the pop-up rates very quickly. This is Reed from Banished from the Heroes Party, a seasonal anime that had like 12 episodes. I have watched all of it. I think it was okay. Go and watch it if you're interested. This is pop-up rate L, right? And also, you know, Good Smile, they did a survey recently asking for our opinions. What do we want? And I actually replied. I said that I want to see more pop-up rate L. And it seems like they are doing exactly that, which is really nice to see. They are listening to feedback. From the same anime series, we have Guti, which is the one I like more. This is also a pop-up rate L. Up next, we have Hibiki from Blue Archive. Yeah. Remember just now that skill figure, that cheerleader skill figure, which I said she is carrying a golf club bag? I said that was Blue Archive. Yes, it is Hibiki. Alright, here we have Kotori, cheerleader version from Blue Archive as well. And then we have Kei Karuizawa from Classroom of the Elite. Falin from Delicious in Dungeon. Oh, Fluted Armor from Demon and Souls PlayStation 5. Are we getting two different sizes? Looks like it. And then Ria from Elden Ring. Wow, Lucy Natsu costume version from Fairy Tail. This is a pop-up rate L, by the way. Up next, Freerun, like Good Smile put too little effort with this one. I wish that they did a lot more, you know. Yeah, way too simple. Motoko Kusanagi, L, pop-up rate L from Ghost in the Shell standalone complex. The next one, Magi Bazaar, L. This is a pop-up rate L, and I'm so happy that Good Smile went for L size instead of the normal size, because I don't think a normal pop-up rate would have done this character any justice. Not all the body sculpting. This one needs to be a bigger figure, and I'm so glad that, yeah, Good Smile make it an L size. This is from Gushing Over Magical Girls, and once again, I think I've mentioned this 4 or 5 times by now. If you have not watched this anime yet, Gushing Over Magical Girls, go and watch it, but make sure you are on headphones and you lock your door. Yeah. Next one, what do we have? Amane Kanata from Hololive. It is going to sell out after release, right? It is going to go up in value. Like, this looks amazing for a pop-up rate figure. Dio from JoJo. Okay, Dio, and then we have Jotaro Kujo as well, of course. Hatsune Miku Racing 2023. So, even Racing Miku, they are doing pop-up rates now. What do we have? Len, Kagamine Rin, and also Len, pop-up rates. This is pop-up rate L, by the way. See, Good Smile is going all out on L. I love it. Okay, Kaiju number 8. The entire cast is getting pop-up rates very interesting over here. So we have Kafka, Hibino, Kokoro Shinomiya, Leno Ichikawa, and then Mina Ashiro, Soshiro Hoshina, and the Kaiju itself, right? Okay, what else? Kirby Kamov version. This is almost like trolling. What else do we have? Okay, this is Chutan from Kokuhaku Jiko Inkai series. No idea what is that. Whis from Konosuba. This is L size. Very nice, because we don't have enough scale figures of her. So to have a pop-up rate figure of her matching other 1x7 scale figures, that is the best possible outcome I can ask for. Next one, Homura Akemi, but this is Magi Record version apparently. And then Kyoka Uzen from Mato Seihei no Slave. This is the main character I was talking about. I can't even remember her name earlier. So she only got a pop-up rate, no skill figures. That is really sad for a main character, man. Next one, there we go. Her name is Tenka Izumo. The other 2 skill figures earlier, yeah, my favorite one is the one by Union Creative. I'm keeping an eye on that one. Tenka Izumo. And then we have Ryuma from Monsters 103. Must be some classic series, right? Marin Kitagawa, this is school uniform version, right? Yep, it is. Pop-up rate Marin Kitagawa. And then we have, oh my god, Kawaii Angel from Needy Streamer Overload. There has been so many figures of her already, even price figures. And then, yeah, Aqua from Oshinoko. This one was already painted previously. Yeah, previously unpainted, right? Last year's One Fest. Kana Arima, Ruby. Next one up, from Persona 5 Royal, we have Arzin. This is pop-up rate L size. Very nice. And, Noah. Panther. I think this is my favorite character among all. Panther. I think that was a third party that made a 1x4 scale figure of her, and I was unwilling to spend 500 plus US dollars. Otherwise, I would totally buy that one, man. 1x4 scale. I don't think there are any Persona figures at 1x4 scale at all. And Jamie from Street Fighter 6, the new character. Okay. Mitsumi Iwakura from Skip and Loafer. I did not watch the anime. It was an anime. From the same series, Sosuke Shima. And then we have Holo 2024 version. Yeah, Spice and Wolf, new anime coming. I think it is April, if not mistaken. Anya outing version. The problem with Anya is that there are way too many price figures of her already. Yeah. The next one, Hime from Tales of Wedding Rings. This is pop-up rate L, by the way. An ongoing anime series, and I think there are like 5 or 6 episodes by now. Harem. It is harem. Harem stuff. But very entertaining. I would suggest you to go and watch it. Yeah, I love it. I'm keeping up to every episode. What do we have? Alright. Alpha and Beta pop-up rate L. Oh yes, L. From the Eminence in Shadow. And then, what is this, man? Zundamon. And then we have Taiga Aisaka from Toradora. Took them long enough. Right? This is so popular. And that is all for pop-up rates for Wonder Festival Winter 2024. Now, which figure are you keeping an eye on? Which one will you pre-order once it begins? Let me know down in the comments below. For me, the big winners in this OneFest, number 1, Blue Archive, which was something I predicted earlier. Number 2 would be Oshinoko, the big winners. Number 3, Azur Lane. And then what else? Marin Kitagawa, a big winner. Lycoris Recoil. And what else do we have? I think these 5 are the most noteworthy ones, the big winners of OneFest 2024. Which are the biggest losers then? Very predictable. Genshin Impact, we literally had nothing. 0. Yeah, I know last week Apex Toys announced Hu Tao scale figure, but that was before OneFest. Anything new in OneFest? Not a single Genshin Impact figure. Not a single Honkai Impacted or Honkai Star Rail figure. So there you go. You are going to keep buying third parties for a long time. Yeah. And finally, of course, if you enjoyed today's video, give this a like, give this a thumbs up, and subscribe to this channel for more anime figure content every week. Of course, I'm certain I've gotten a few figures wrong, like the origins specifically. Correct me down in the comments below. Until then, I'll see you guys again very soon. Goodbye.